Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? I've been able to solve the YouTube chat, it appears. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching us, please write something, just so that I can see if the chat is working here on the display. Unfortunately, it's not as big as the one from Twitch, but it'll do for this time. There we go. We got Carlos Barrera. Awesome. Yes, we're in Twitch as well, my friend. We're in Twitch and here in YouTube. So you can go to your favorite site and watch from there. Is the new course ready? Yes, the new course is ready. It is ready. Actually, I mean, it's not published yet, right? I'm gonna show you the trailer first. But the course is ready. Hello, we got Chila Kid as well here on Twitch. We got Piggy Twitch and a Lord Tellum. Welcome, guys. Oh, today's gonna be a fun one, guys. Today's gonna be a fun one. Barca, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for the follow. Hola, hola, bienvenido, bro. Will Dervey and Leal dance for the 1-year anniversary? Yeah, I don't dance, my friend, but we'll see, we'll see. K9 Cute says, hey, howdy, new to the stream, got brought here from your YouTube though. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, we use both. I like both platforms, to be honest. Some people prefer Twitch, some people prefer YouTube, and they removed this, what's the word, this restriction where you could only stream on one, so that's cool. And yes, Solid Mango, I'm seeing your chat. There you go, my friend. Affixi, yes, I am knowledgeable in environment art. We actually will be doing our next course on environment. We'll talk about that shortly. Very, very shortly. Thanks, man. Thank you, Mr. J. Yeah, can you guys believe it? It's been 1 year, and look at where we are. It's thanks to you. It's all thanks to you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Solimango. Murka, hola, compañeros. Bienvenido. Antiplace says, damn, your suggestions are the bestest. Thanks, man. I want this countdown to finish so that we can actually get into the cool stuff. But let's wait for some more people to join as well, okay? We're also waiting on David. Let me send him a message. Let's see if he's ready. As a 3D channel, that's a big milestone. You don't really rack subs much when your content is all about Leonard. Yeah, that's that's one thing that I've realized recently. There was this very great couple. It's actually a huge family here in my hometown, Saltillo, in Mexico. And I was going in on the car and I was listening to the radio, and these guys were on and they were like, "Hey, we're a family of clowns. We do clown stuff, right? Like we do jokes, shows, stuff like that, clown stuff." And they were saying that they just started their YouTube channel and their TikTok and all that stuff, and they were mentioning their numbers, and it's like, yeah, we just launched yesterday and now we have like 7,000 subscribers. I was like, damn. That's the difference between like pure entertainment and educational content. And because yeah, like educational content usually like grows a little bit slower than other contents, but still, guys, like it's thanks to you that we're almost to 20K. Monster, what's up, man? Welcome. You feeling a bit of relief now that the course is done? Yes, dude. This was a tough course. Not because of the course itself. It's a long course. You guys are gonna see in just a second. It's one of the longest ones I've done because it's a very in-depth course. So this is a little bit more advanced, I would say, because we go over really in-deep anatomy and 3D printing and stuff. And I was really stressed out because I was worried that there was gonna be an issue during 3D printing. Thankfully, there weren't none. Like I think I just had one failure with the filament 3D print at one point, and it was an easy fix, just rebalancing and re-leveling the bed. But yeah, it was a fun project. I relate a little bit to Brandon Sanderson. Those of you who are fans of him probably have seen that he also finished his book recently, his 5th book on the Stormlight Archive series, and he said something like, "Hey, I'm really happy it's done. I'm also really tired of it, so I want to move on to something else." I feel the same. Like, I'm really happy that this is done. I want to start something new now. How long have you been in the industry? I started my 3D journey anti-place on 2011. Actually, around this time in 2011. It was late May 2011. Is there a way in Topogun to make it not show the retopo through the mesh? Like, you put down quads and then rotate mesh and you see the part behind the mesh. Yeah, I actually looked for that at Fixie and I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I'm gonna ask the developers to see if there's an option, because that could potentially be a really good sort of like tool, and I don't think it should be that hard to implement. So it depends what kind of education. If it's sexual education with live views, you will have 10 in the first day. Yeah, if we open a blue page, we're gonna be famous, right? What are we gonna do today, Murka? Oh, we're gonna have a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna showcase the new course. I'm gonna talk about the surprises, the road ahead, the things that we're planning for this second year, and we're probably gonna be working on the character. I think usually on the course release day we work on a bonus chapter on the character, and I'm thinking about either doing the boots, because I feel like the character, like the superhero, needs a couple of like more interesting combat boots, or we could just start doing retopology and some texturing. That would be cool as well, or maybe some polypaint. I think polypaint could work as well, so that you guys can see my full idea behind this character. Yeah, polypaint sounds like fun. I think that's that one's gonna be it. Yeah, it's been a fun course, this one. Did you see that AutoRig Pro add-on for Blender? It's free for a short time. I grabbed it. Yeah, it was yeah, I saw it. I use other rig tools, to be honest. I use one called Advanced Skeleton for Maya, and it's available for free as long as you're not doing commercial work. So it's really good, and the license is not that intense. You would gain more subs if you focus more on Blender only courses, but the quality would be way more limited. Yeah, and it's not only the quality, Mr. J. The thing is, I use Blender, I know how to use it, but I only been using Blender for like 3 or 4 years, and Maya I've been using for 13. So you can probably understand why it's a lot easier for me to do things inside of Maya than it is to do them inside of Blender. Like, I could do something inside of Blender. It dropped. Twitch, can you guys hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Can you guys hear me? Testing. Oh, there we go. We're back. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. Yeah, it seems like something happening here with my connection. Okay, we're back. Twitch, can you hear me, guys? I'm not seeing your chat. It's Twitch live. Are we there yet? Are we there? If you're on Twitch, just send me a quick message there. Hello, a little sticker or something, just to make sure that I'm still on there. Yeah, that was weird. I'm not sure what that was. Okay, cool. So where were we? We can see part 3 of this NES controller creation already. Yeah. I really need to get into that. I'll explain why things have been slow on the channel as well. There we go. Okay, so Advanced Skeleton isn't that optimized. It doesn't have a lot of thrones and skinning though. No, I actually think it's very optimized, man. Like it's a very, very powerful software or plugin. I use Advanced Skeleton, and I use there's another NG Skin Tools is the plugin for Maya as well, and NG Skin Tools is one of the things that we can do for what's the word for the skinning. Makes it easier. Or Jasin, what's up, man? Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Nitin Kumar. And we are about to start. I got a message here on the Discord from Kaisen. Says, hi, Ave, 3D Dudes. I tried to say hi on Twitch. Happy anniversary. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, it needs a couple of verifications, I think. 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. How's the music, by the way? Is it a good volume? Is it too much? I think we're almost ready. I think this course is gonna be really good for a lot of people. It's one of the fundamental skills, which is of course anatomy. We've talked about it. But I made it. This is sort of like it's one of the courses that I've always wanted to make, and I just never got the chance. I know it might not be a course that a lot of people are gonna look for because a lot of people are scared of anatomy. But I hope that those that really are brave enough to go for it, they're gonna get a lot of good information out of it. Yeah, we can definitely talk about the Advanced Skeleton someday. Anti-place. Like this character that I'm gonna show. During the course, we actually do 2 versions of the character. So we go and do the traditional sort of like pipeline version, where it's ready for retopology, for optimization, for games, for what's the word, for film or whatever. It's not the optimized retopology, but it is the optimized, like it's the proper position, you know, A pose and all that stuff. So there we go. How many left for 20K? That's a great question. Let's say. We're very close to 20K here in YouTube. We are at... We're 50 subs away from 20K. Maybe we'll get it through this, throughout this stream. 50 more subs here in YouTube. And actually we're like 50 subs away from 1500 as well. Oh, we're gonna have giveaways for the anniversary, but we're also gonna, like, if we get to 20K, we'll do another giveaway. Let's see here. Almost there, guys, almost there. I'm just checking with David to see if he's almost here. Maybe we could get 20K before the stream ends. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool. We got Walker Andrew 12 and Santana C. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Happy to finally meet you. Well, you haven't met me. But if I go full screen, now we have met me. But my freaking camera is like out of focus. Let's fix that. Give me 1 second. Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. The camera has autofocus, but because I wear glasses, sometimes it freaks out and it focuses other things that it shouldn't be focusing, which is a little bit obnoxious. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to our first year anniversary. Welcome to the stream. and welcome to today's episode or today's stream. I think it's gonna be fun. We got a lot of surprises. I'm waiting just for David to come on, and so that we can start working on some of the giveaways. That's gonna be very, very soon. But I wanted to use this time to, first of all, thank you guys. Thank you for all of the amazing support and the amazing things that you've been doing for this channel. Last year, at around this time, I made the decision to start fresh, to start again, and pretty much start this new channel, this new brand. Some of you might already know me from other projects that I've worked on, and it was a very, very scary time back then. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but my channel back there, because I opened this YouTube channel like 10 years ago or 12 years ago when I opened my account, and I never uploaded anything. So when I started and I uploaded the first video, I only had, I think, like 50 subscribers, like 50 people that randomly like clicked on the channel and subscribed. And now look at this, we're almost at 20k subscribers, 20k in just 1 year. It's unbelievable. Like I was not expecting this response, and again, it's thanks to you guys, thanks to your support, thanks to the fact that you trust in me, and look at the content that I do for learning, right? You use it to learn, hopefully. and yeah, I mean, throughout this year, I've seen a lot of people grow. I've seen portfolio reviews where the work has just gotten better and better and better. Just yesterday, someone sent me a message on Discord showing me an asset that they did for a AAA game, and it was looking fabulous, like super good. So I can see the growth that everyone has gone through, and it's just very, very inspiring. A lot of people say, hey, you are inspiring, you give me motivation. Thank you, I really appreciate it, but you guys are the ones that inspire me, because by hearing that what I do, that these things that I produce are actually helping others, it's a feeling that it's difficult to explain, but I can only express gratitude towards you guys, because otherwise it would not be possible. So yeah, let's see. We got a couple of questions here. It says, in your course, are you only creating a male character? Will female anatomy be only in theory, or will it be used in practice in the course? That's a great question. We're doing male character anatomy, and the reason why we're doing male character anatomy is because it's a little bit more easy. It has a little bit more room for error. So if you're doing a male character and you exaggerate the muscles a little bit more than you should, it looks okay. It looks like just a very strong, exaggerated guy. In a female character, usually, if you don't nail it like precisely, it starts going into this sort of like uncanny valley side of things. So we will probably have some sort of like female anatomy. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a course. Maybe we can just do like a live stream or something where I show the principal things about it. It's the same anatomy. Like males and females have this exact same muscles. It's just that female anatomy is a little bit more refined, a little bit more subtle. So my advice is, if you're learning anatomy, learn first with a male character and then apply those things into a female character by like pretty much toning down the amount of muscle, the amount of like silhouette, things like that. It's a little bit of a different process. Varjasin says, remember the work you have done on the... Yeah, no, it was an amazing job, and I've always been grateful for the opportunities I had there, Varjasin. I learned a lot over there as well, so all of that has been just so good. Let's see. Fox, for those of you that don't know, Fox here, he is the concept artist behind some of your favorite projects, such as Thyros, Saria, the Mechanical Lion, and hopefully some new ones in the upcoming months as well. Let's see. Can you show a new course character? Yes, of course. We're gonna show the new course character. Give me just 1 second. I wanna wait for our good friend David here. Let's see. Please add an extension for animal anatomy as well. For animal anatomy, the best book that I can recommend, it's this one right here. It's called Animals, Real and Imagined by Terrill Whitlatch. She is, let me see if there's a picture of her. She is an amazing like creature designer. It's her right here. She's an industry veteran. She's been working at Hollywood for a long time. I haven't met her, unfortunately, but it's a great book. Her sketches are freaking amazing, and she talks about how she comes up with the ideas for different types of animals, right, for the films. She was, or she is famous because she was the one who got the ideas for most of the animals in the Avatar films with James Cameron. And she's worked on a bunch of other films. I'm not sure if she worked at Jurassic Park, but she's done a lot of really, really cool stuff. So if you can get this book right here, Animals Real and Imagine, it's really, really, really good. And what I love about this is things like this one right here, like this Ecorche model of the tracker. This is called the tracker. And you can see that all of the muscles that are in the body are very similar to the muscles that we have in the human body. So we have things such as the calf muscles, we have glutes, we have deltoids, we have biceps, triceps, we have brachioradialis. So there's a bunch of different muscles that we have here in the animals. That's why it's so important to learn anatomy, because if you learn human anatomy, then it becomes a lot easier to bring that information into the anatomy for other types of creatures, right? Monsters, zombies, whatever, right? Most of them are just humans. But if you're doing like imaginative creatures like a terrier here you're gonna have another thing, or another level of knowledge. Let's see. I have a question. I'm a newbie. How can we choose our niche as a 3D artist? There's so much role. Character artist, environment artist, animator, texture artist. Hi, Dank. That's an excellent question. When you're just starting 3D, you don't want to pick a niche. That's my best advice. Do not pick a niche. Go and learn a little bit about everything. Learn how to model, learn how to sculpt, learn how to rake, how to animate, and how to do compositing. And once you learn a little bit about everything, you're gonna see which of those things you feel more, excited about, you feel more inspired by. And that's what you want to go for. But you're not going to be able to do that unless you try, right? Now, I'm not saying rig a full character or animate a freaking action scene. You can just do the bouncing ball. You can do a couple of exercises like the pendulum. You can try rigging a simple thing like a turret or something. And just by understanding how things work, you're going to be able to get a better understanding or a glimpse of how things work in that specific niche, and that will give you a more informed opinion. My advice is similar to how doctors do it. Be a generalist first, like know a little bit about everything, and then pick the thing that you feel the most passionate at, or the thing that you're the best at. It's another little advice that I've been given. Can you do an automobile course, please? Car or bike, anything? I hate cars. I hate modeling cars. I did one when I was at school and never again. I just don't like it. If I need your advice, can I email you? Yes, Morka, you can email me. You guys have the email there on the side, or you can contact me through Discord as well, and I'll be happy to help. Santana says, what has been the biggest challenge of this project as content and course creator? Time management, by far. By far, time management is one of the things that I'm trying to control and to work with, because as I've mentioned before, I teach at a couple of universities. I do this, I stream, I create content for YouTube, I create the shorts, I create the courses, and that there's also another little studio that we work doing VR experiences for museums. So that's another sort of like managing thing that I need to do. So yeah. Okay. You guys ready for the trailer? You guys ready to see the new course? Let's see, this is Numenov from Discord server. Once again, thank you for your advice. I'm glad I was able to catch your stream. Let's go. Well, guys, wait. Oh, I'm gonna wait. Okay. David is here. There we go. David is here. He's asking us to wait. What is it, David? Do we have one more surprise? Let's see. What about my ex-wife? Is that a monster? Can we learn about that? Mike, don't do that, Mike. Don't say that. Okay, we're waiting. What's up, David? Announcement. Okay, we're gonna do an announcement first. Okay. Let's see. One second. Let's see. Did you finish printing this character already? Yes. It's right here. Can you see the little hand? I'm gonna show the full print in just a second, but the hand right here. I'm gonna show it. It's hidden on the corner. I don't want to spoil things, but it's printed already. What is a good price structure to follow when giving someone a price for a character if they have the 2D art done? Casey, hold that question, okay? That's a very good question. Hold that question, and I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk that now, okay? So, or actually, let's talk about it, because we're still finishing a couple of setups here on the backstage. So what's a good quote? If you remember, and actually we released a new channel with the clips. There's a clip that says how to price your 3D work. You make a like rough big calculation of your monthly income. So if you know how much money you need per month to, again, pay your expenses, save, get a little bit of extra income to buy games or whatever, pay your bills and all that stuff, you get that number. In the US, for a 3D artist, in average, I would say it's about $500 or $5,000 to $6,000. Some people are a lot higher, some people are a lot lower. So again, it depends. But let's say it's $6,000 for a character or artist on the US, like a junior character artist. If $6,000 is your monthly income number, then you guesstimate how long it's gonna take you to do the character, and then you just divide. If it's gonna take you a full month, you charge $6,000 because you're gonna use all that time. If it takes you half that month, you can go for half that amount. It changes in other like situations and with other elements, because it's not the same if a big company, like if you're very famous, like let's say you are like Rafael Grassetti, and then he's working right now at Amazon Games, in case you guys were not aware, and let's say for whatever reason Sony Santa Monica, the guys from God of War, are like they're like Rafael, we really need you to do one character for us for the next God of War game. I know you're working over there, but we need you because we want your style. Everyone loves your style. Well, in that case, like Rafael can really go high on the price. He can commission that character for a very high price because it's going to be a character that's going to be used on a very high-profile game, and he's a high-profile artist, so his name carries a lot of weight. So if they're going to be doing, I don't know, Zeus again, right? Like let's say God of War goes back to Greece and they're doing Zeus and they want Rafael Grassetti to sculpt Zeus. Well, he can really, really like go over there. Yeah, I've seen quotes, Casey, and that's another thing. It also depends on the country. Like I could never charge $600 or $6,000 for a character here in Mexico. Like absolutely no one's going to pay me that. No one. Not even the most like top tier studio is gonna pay me, Abe, $6,000 for a character that's gonna take me a month to do. No one. So you need to check what the monthly income is within your country, what's the usual budgets that companies have in your country or for that particular project, and that's where you as an artist can decide. If you don't have any other offers and that's the only one that's on the table, then it might be a good idea to use that to further your career, right? You get more credits, you get more portfolios, and it helps you like move along. But if you have an option from the US that's going to pay $6K and you have an option like here in Mexico that's only going to pay $1K, I'm definitely going to be taking the one from the US, right? Because it's better for me. So it's just a matter that it's just, what's the word? It's just, yeah, it's just a way to sort of like value your time and your skills depending on the market, the company, the project. There's another book. I don't have it right here, but it's called like Pricing Guidelines for Artists or something like that. It's like a, what's the word? It's like a weird thing. It's like a reference book that you can use. It uses a lot of US prices, but it tells you like how much things cost in the industry. So it's good. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready to see the new character? Are we ready, David? Yes, right? We're ready to show them the trailer? I think we're ready. Very well, guys. I'm very thrilled to announce. I'm very thrilled to show you. Where am I hearing music? Where's the music coming from? There we go. I'm very happy to announce our newest course. This is the first course of our second year. So this course kickstarts the new wave of courses that we're going to be releasing in the next couple of months. Let's go. Do you want to create amazing characters? Do you want to master anatomy? Welcome to Anatomy for 3D Artists, from sculpting to 3D printing. Understanding not only how to sculpt anatomy, but why we sculpt it is fundamental for creating amazing characters. In this course, I'm going to be showing you all of the information I've gathered throughout the past 13 years so that you too can create amazing characters for your projects. And not only that, we will also be covering how to bring them to life. Throughout this course, we will be working on JC Duncan, also known as the Commander, the leader of Custodes Astra, the Guardians of the Stars. In this course, we will go over the construction of a male hero character from scratch. We will be covering all the muscles, forms, proportions, and all the necessary details that you need to create your own epic character. At the end, we will also go through the process of posing, preparing, cutting, and 3D printing our own version of Duncan. All of this to generate a 1/4 scale version of our character. We have support available via our website, as well as an amazing Discord community where you can ask for feedback, resolve questions, and show your work. If you want to level up your skills as an artist, this is the perfect way to do it. Enroll now and create all of those amazing characters you have dreamed of. And don't forget, always learning, always improving. There we go. What did you guys think about the new course? Let me show you some of the screenshots right here. And in just a second, I'm of course going to be showing you the, what's the word? I'm going to be showing you the actual model right here, the sculpt, the 3D printed sculpt. So yeah, that's it, guys. This, as I was mentioning, is the new course that's going to kickstart our second year. So last year we released 6 courses. Let me just change the music here. There we go. Last week we released 6, or last year we released 6 courses, and starting with this one right here, we're gonna start our year 2 of courses. So this is JC Duncan, the commander of Custodes Astra. This is a story I created for this guy. You guys know I love creating stories, and it's a sort of like traditional superhero story, right? He has the power of gravity, so he can change the gravity around him, make things more dense, make things less dense. He can fly, of course, because of this. He can throw very heavy things or make himself very lightweight so that he doesn't receive as much damage, things like that. So it's gonna be, it's a very, very fun character. But what I like about this course the most is that I spent probably about 10 hours talking about anatomy. And it's a very extensive course. This is double the amount of time that we normally spend on courses. Usually courses are 8-9 hours long. This one's almost 20 hours long. And it also includes, as I mentioned, the 3D printing stuff. So this is Duncan right here, guys. I know the microphone's a little bit far away. There we go. Whoop, can you see it there? It's huge. It's freaking huge. Like, I was thinking about having it there with the rest of the prints. It's not gonna fit, so I'm not sure where I'm gonna have this thing. I'm gonna tell you what the inspirations were for this character. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how to prepare it for 3D print as well. We are gonna be using filament 3D print, and we're gonna be using resin 3D print as well. This is, of course, thanks to our friends at Elegoo who sent the 3D printers. I used the Neptune 4 Max for the filament, and I used the Saturn 3 Pro or something like that for the resin 3D print as well. So yeah, there we go. Let's see. It says, Caballero que dice, Gabe, I would love to enroll in all your courses, but the budget in Brazilian Real is a little difficult to pay. It's possible to get a discount if you buy 1 or more courses. Do we tell them, David? Do we tell them about the little surprise that we have ready? Because I think, Caballeros, you are gonna like this. You are going to put it in your garden. Yeah, the name of the character is Duncan, JC Duncan. So it's Jordan Caleb Duncan. He is born of immigrants. He's American. I'll tell you about the story in just a little bit, but let me show you. Where's the freaking... There we go. So we have a good surprise for you guys. And again, this is going back to what I was telling you about earlier today. I've been able to continue to do this. This project has been like advancing and moving so fast thanks to you. So we want to give you guys back. We want to help you out, and we know that the currency can be a little bit tricky in certain areas, the conversion and things like that. So this is my first gift for everyone, guys. My first gift for today. We got a couple, okay? So this is the first one. Every single course from year 1, Blender course, ZBrush course, Maya course, Topogun course, Substance Painter course, and Marvelous Designer course will be 50% off for the next couple of days. Okay, it's gonna be for the next 3 days, so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Well, including today. I'm doing it, it's 3-4 days because I know some people are already on the at the end of their Friday. So for the next couple of days, every single course from year 1, if you want to get the basics of ZBrush, doing this stylized Oni or Maya or the Alien for Topogon or Substance Painter, all of these courses are going to be 15% off with this code right here. If you go to checkout and you buy one course, or all of the courses, like however you want to do, you're going to get 50% off. Yeah, exactly, Mr. J, 50%. That's it. That's it. Just 50%. Let's go. I want you guys to learn. I want you guys to improve as much as you can, and that's why all of the courses from year 1 are going to be 15% off. ET says, I really need to go in an hour. Possible to get the offers giveaway? Yeah, dude, 3 days. It's going to be, this code is going to be active today, tomorrow, on Sunday, and on Monday. So you get all this time to get any of the courses for 50% off at our site, okay? The site, as you guys know, it's aveleal3d.com, www.aveleal3d.com. But that's not all. That's not all. There's more surprises. There's more news. Lee says, please, please, please leave it until Monday at least. Yeah, it's going to be on Monday as well. It's going to be on Monday as well, okay? So, like, the code is going to stop working on the 25th, okay? So, June 25th, the code is not going to work anymore. So, if you buy it June 21, 22, 23, or 24, you're fine, okay? So, you guys got a chance there. So, that's the first little surprise for today. Well, we got a bunch of surprises. Of course, the first one was the new course right here. The Anatomy for 3D Artist course. I'm going to talk a little bit about this one in just a second. But all of the other courses, year 1 courses, have a 50% off for the next couple days. Now, the next surprise. We're going to have giveaways. Right, David? We're going to be giving away 3 courses today during the stream. Okay? So, we're going to follow the dynamic. I'm going to let David prepare everything. He's going to let us know when the raffle is up. The way this works, as you guys know, you go into Discord. You go into Discord right here. And then you go to our server. There we go. And here on the server, there's going to be a... Where is it? Where do we have it? Now I can't find it. Is it official links? No, it's not official links. Is it notice board? Yeah, there we go. So on the notice board, there's going to be this events one right here. And there's going to be this a giveaway bot in just a second, okay? So David's going to set it up. You just need to click. There's going to be like a little like party popper. And you click on it. And in 30 minutes, it's going to give us the first winner. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it 3 times. You can pick whichever course you want, including the anatomy one. You can win the anatomy one if you want it. So make sure to join the Discord if it's there. Let's see. ET says, regarding 3D printing, I was reading in a book that with 3D printing, you have to use high mapping as the printer is blind to normal maps. Yes, so well, actually, you don't use high maps. Well, there are some printers that use maps, but the printers that we're going to be using, you use the high poly. Like, you just export directly from ZBrush. You want to see? Let me show you. So you export directly from ZBrush your mesh with like millions of polygons if needed, and that's what you print. So you print like the actual geometry. How do we join the Discord? That's a great question, ET. David is gonna send the invite in just a second. It's already on Twitch. If you are there, there's gonna be a waiting room. So just wait a couple of minutes, and David's gonna let you in, and then you can go into the events stuff. NoFonex says, you have some major Maya courses on Skillshare. Should I start with them or with this Maya? Which is better? This one's more recent, NoFonex. So those courses that you see on Skillshare were from my time at other companies. So they might be a little bit outdated. If you've never used Maya before, I think that this one that it's on my site will give you a better understanding of the general things, and it's a lot easier to get it. It's like a very like beginner friendly course for Maya, the little like pirate island that we do. So I strongly recommend that one. Also, I don't get any royalties from the other ones. So if you want to help the channel, you're gonna help me more if you get the one from the course. But it's also more up to date because this one I recorded like 8 months ago or something. 113 viewers. There we go. Welcome everyone to our first year anniversary. Today we're having a a huge event because we're in the 1 year anniversary. We're releasing a new course. We are what's the word? We're doing giveaways, as I just announced. We're going to be giving away courses. Your clearing was blocking parts of the Discord. What channel again? Oh, no, they're going to link the Discord. Here, let me see if I can link it. There we go. Oh, no, I cannot link it. David is going to link the Discord in the YouTube channel in just a second. Roma, what's up, Roma? Haven't seen you in a long time, man. Welcome. Here. So this project, this anatomy project, is a superhero, as I've mentioned. His name is JC Duncan. He's got the power of gravity. It's like an old school superhero. So I took inspiration from things like Hellboy. I took inspiration from things like Fantastic Four. I took inspiration from things like there's this other superhero that's kind of like underground. Like there are no superheroes on Earth. Like it's not like a Marvel where there's superheroes flying around everywhere. At least in my story, right? Like this is a sort of like undercover, underground project where people are just protecting the Earth. That's why their name is Custodes Astra, because they protect the Earth from like aliens and demons and things like that. That's why I mentioned that it was going to be a little bit like Hellboy. So there we go. Let me open this one. So this right here is the head of JC Duncan. As you can see, it's a big head. And this is the file that gets imported here. This is Cheatbox. This is the software that I use to slice my my elements here for 3D printing. This is the one that my 3D printer comes with. And during the course, I explained to you what the best way of positioning your elements is, how to hollow your objects so that you save resin and it's not super expensive and super heavy, how to set up the supports, the important areas, all that stuff so that you get like a very clean result at the end. So yeah. K9 TVC, yes, we are gonna have a giveaway. It's gonna be active in just a couple of seconds, and you can. On the giveaway, everyone's gonna click, and then the little like bot there on Discord is gonna pick a random winner, and that person will contact me through Discord, and I'll give them the code so that they can redeem their course. Solid Mango says, so let's say if someone has never done 3D prints, will Discord be beginner friendly for 3D printing? I don't want to say beginner friendly because it's not like a step-by-step like guide. This is more aimed towards those that want to either sell their stuff for people to 3D print. So if you want to create like a Patreon or something and sell your stuff, or you just want to sell your sculptures, it talks about good practices and good guidelines to follow when preparing your sculpt. So it's more for the sculpture side of things. The thing about 3D printers, and the reason I cannot make an in-depth guide of just 3D printing, is that it becomes a little bit complicated because every single 3D printer is different. So you do need to have a little bit of that sort of like DIY spirit in you to troubleshoot, to fix, to trial and error. And a lot of people get like very frustrated by that. Like 3D printers are not something that you can just like pop out of your box, click a button, and it's gonna print perfectly. Even the most expensive ones, like the Bamboo Lab ones, they will still need a little bit of tweaking. And if something goes wrong, if something fails, you need to get sort of like that effects to what's the word? To fix it, right? To fix it. So let's see. It says not a day to forget it at home. It's okay. What do you mean, Afxi? Your screen was blocking as versus. I'm not sure what that's it. What 3D printer do you recommend for a beginner? That's a great question. So first of all, you need to decide whether you want a resin 3D printer or a filament 3D printer. What's the difference? You might ask. Well, the filament 3D printer might give you bigger volumes, so you're going to be able to print really, really big stuff, like this guy's right there. It's not going to give you the best detail, because you're going to see the layer lines. There are ways to clean them up, of course, but it's going to be good. And so like the big brands are anything like from Elegoo. So Elegoo 3D printers, that's the one that I have. I have the Neptune 4. But there's other like brands or smaller versions of the printers. So the Elegoos, this one right here. Anycubic has ones. I think they're called the Cobras. Prusa has been like the classic DIY stuff. So, oh, Rod forgot his phone. Oh man, that sucks. But don't worry, we'll have more surprises soon. So don't worry about that. And but yeah, so this one. And for resin, this one, the Mars, is really good. Like the first one that I bought when I started 3D printing, it was a Mars 1. Like I bought the original Mars, Elegoo Mars. Now they're at the Elegoo Mars 4, which has like a better screen, bigger size, and stuff like that. So this one's really, really good, I would say. I would say Elegoo has really good resin printers. However, this is the one that I have. This is the one that they sent to us a couple of months ago, the Saturn 3 Ultra, which is just beautiful. This is what allowed us to create freaking Duncan here. I mean, we've also printed other stuff. Oh, I don't know where the Oni is. I 3D printed the Oni. But yeah, those ones. Elegoo brand is the one that I recommend. It's good. Happy Katsu says, hi sir, happy 1 year. There we go. So the first giveaway is up, guys. Again, you need to go into the Discord channel, join. If you are in the waiting room, some of you might be right here, you're gonna get let in just a couple of seconds. And once you're let in, you're gonna see all the stuff right here. And here on the events channel, you're gonna find this one, giveaway bot, okay? So again, on the notice board, you just like open it up, and here on the events tab, it's gonna be there. I know my screen is like, there we go. So announcement, events, and you need to click on that little party popper thing right there. We got 52 entries already, 53, there we go. And at in 27 minutes, at 11:03 a.m., we are gonna get our first winner, okay? What do you think of bamboo 3D printers? They're really good, Martin. They're really good, but they're very expensive. Especially if here in Mexico, you need to pay a lot of like taxes to get them in. I think if you're in the US, they're also a really good option, and they're a little bit more user-friendly. I remember the first 3D printer that I got before resin, it was the Sortrax. And I paid a stupid amount of money for this one. I think I paid like $2,000 for this. And it was really good because, again, it was very user-friendly. So you just like click a button and it worked most of the time. You still had to troubleshoot and things like that, but it was a good 3D printer. I still have it over there. But nowadays, like the technology has advanced too much, so it's becoming a little bit obsolete, but still, it was a good one. So there will be some like top tier 3D printers that might be a little bit more user friendly, but again, you still need to do that sort of like effect. We're looking for Juancho on Discord. Why is it, David? He messed up or something? We're looking for Juancho. So Juancho, if you're listening and you have a username on Discord called Juancho, just answer here to David. He can help you out. How many surprises did he have for us? Well, a couple more. Just a couple more. But, yeah, so... This is it. You guys want to see the full 3D print or the full, like, sculpt of the character? This was a fun one. This was a very fun one. It took me a long time. Yes, Mr. J, this course is 80% anatomy. Like, I'm going to show you in just a second. We just focus on freaking good anatomy. Every single muscle, every single bone, everything. So, if you just want to learn anatomy for characters, this is one's great. You can just stop at the end, which is chapter 7, I think, which is the final pose, so that you can present it nicely. Then you can watch chapter 10 for rendering, which is where I show you to do this render. It's not that complicated. This render is relatively easy, but as you can see, it looks way better than just like a screenshot from ZBrush. So if you just want to learn anatomy, this is the way to do it. The 3D printing thing is like a bonus to the element, because I wanted to use the printers, of course. Yeah, it's that. You guys need to make that buy for a front option. Yes, I actually, Jekoslav, I've already asked the Thinkific guys. There's an issue. Since my business is based in Mexico, I don't have access to all of the things that they have access to inside of US. So they're waiting to see if they can expand that tool. And if not, I either need to create a business inside of the US, which is going to be a bunch of legal stuff, or we need to find another way. I'm thinking about finding any other platform where you could buy like a token and then just send me an email and I'll send the code to whoever it is you're trying to give it to. I know it's not as efficient, but I am trying to do that. We could also do that, what's the word, Jekoslav. If you can use PayPal, I'll be happy to just send you a link, you send me the money, and I'll send you a code that you can then give to your friends. So this right here is the end of chapter, I think this is chapter 6. There we go. So this is the A pose of a Duncan right here. And I'm gonna show you where we start. So I'm gonna take you in the course from this to this, going through every single muscle, every single bone, all of the things, all of the elements. Yeah, I pay a lot of business tax, man. I pay taxes when the money enters the site, and then I pay taxes when that money is sent to my bank account, and then I pay taxes, income taxes inside of Mexico. It's expensive. It's a little bit expensive, but it's part of the whole thing. Barca says, ¿no has pensado que sean más idiomas? Sí me interesa mucho, pero mi inglés es muy pobre. We've thought about that, Barca. We've really thought about that, yes, but it's only me doing all of the editing, all of the recording, all of the like uploading, everything, and David helping me with all of the things around like socials and marketing and ads and stuff like that. So it's difficult. It's difficult to have enough bandwidth to use more softwares. So yeah, this is the result, again, as I mentioned, of chapter 6. And one of the cool things that I like about this course is not only you should post one of the, oh well, if you go to the site here, where is the site? It should be on already. There we go. Oh, look at this. I also found a way to have all of the courses on the first page. That's cool. So yeah, this, as I mentioned, this is the beginning of year 2. So over here, these are all the chapters. And if you enroll, you can check the first couple of chapters or the first couple of videos. This is like an hour or like, yeah, like an hour and a half maybe of the basics of the course. So if you want to check my teaching style, check if it clicks with you, this is already available here. And after that, look at this. It's a full chapter just for torso and arms. And then a full chapter just for legs, feet, and hands. And then a full chapter just for the head. And then a full chapter just for the character. And then a full chapter for the design. I explain my design process for the type of like suit that we're giving him. So it's a really in-depth course. This is, I think, one of the most in-depth courses I've done because I really take the time. And to me, it feels like an actual class. Like if I was at a university with you guys and I'm actually teaching you every single thing that I need to share. Let's see. JX Mob 63. Yeah, so it says that that's Juancho David, so it seems like no, not a spam. Juancho is fine. Yeah. We got 88. Look at that, and then base and post. So for those that were thinking about just doing the anatomy part, you can finish at chapter 7. So that's video 69, and then you can jump to rendering, and just do the final render thing, and just skip chapter 8 and chapter 9, which is the 3D printing stuff, which is all of the supports and decimation, booleans, and all that stuff. And this is the printing post process where I show you a little bit of my cleanup process. But yeah, it's a really extensive course, really extensive. I would say it's more extensive than the Oni, because on the Oni we go over a bunch of different tools. So we do the skull, and when we do the environment, and then we do the Oni. This is only the character, like almost 20 hours. There we go, 18.5 hours of only anatomy for this character. So yeah, we go from this, which is the basic proportions, to this, and then to the pose. Guillermo Perez says, congrats for the new course, looks amazing. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. So that's the pose right here. There we go. Of course, there's some resculpting that needs to be done once you pose a character. We go over that because it's posing is something that a lot of people are very scared of when they're doing characters. They feel like they're ruining a lot of things, or that they need to redo a lot of stuff, and that's part of it. Roma Song says, you have started to progress in your courses and make better projects. Congratulations on this. Thanks, man. It sounds a little bit sarcastic, that comment, but I know it's well intended. And yes, I do know that. I mean, you guys know our motto, right? Always learning, always improving. So I also learn, and I also get better at teaching. I get better at the flow. I get better at explaining. So yeah, I definitely feel like the quality of my courses has also increased with this new project. Like, I think ever since we did the Blender, this was the first project, by the way, the Blender 3D weapon. I saw like the jump in quality, and one of the reasons is that I think it really like improved quite a bit was because now, since this is my project, I get to make some decisions that I think are better for the whole thing. Caballero says, I'm the scared of posing. Well, I'm gonna share a secret here, Caballeros. When I was doing the posing for this character, I lost these things right here. I lost the logo. I lost a lot of the wrinkles for the suit. I lost like a bunch of things. I had to pretty much resculpt, and this is one of the things that I mentioned during the course. If you're focusing on 3D printing, if your main goal is to 3D print, you don't need to do this thing right here, where we go through the whole anatomy. I did this because I wanted to teach anatomy, and then we pose. But it's a really good exercise because you really understand how things move and how things are formed. But if I was to do another version of Duncan, I would just start from scratch at the pose, like with the character already in pose, because it's a lot faster, it's more efficient. But again, from a teaching perspective, it was a lot better for me to teach you the basics first and then go to this. 18 minutes till the first giveaway. Amir Kerr says, yeah, I'm afraid of posing. That's why I want to check out Character Creator. Well, we use Accurig a little bit. I think there's a video where I show you how to get the base pose using Accurig for the body, for this thing right here. So this one right here is posed with Accurig to get like a general idea. and then we bring it in and we tweak with transpose masters. It's a little bit of mix, and that's why this is also a little bit more of an intermediate course, because we are not only doing ZBrush, we're using Maya for certain things, we're using Accurate for other things. I even use a little bit of Marvelous Designer at the end. You don't need to have all of those softwares, you can still do it everything in ZBrush, but in this second year, and that's something that I want to be very clear about, all of these courses right here, guys, the year one courses, were what I call the foundational courses. Like, I wanted to make sure that the foundations and the basics of things are like well cemented, so that if someone says, hey, I want to take the anatomy course, but I've never used ZBrush, I can tell them, go and take the Oni course first so that you learn ZBrush, and then we learn anatomy. If someone, for instance, the next chapter is going to be, or the next video, the next course is going to be the environment course, and if someone is like, I've never done environment, I'm going to tell them, hey, go do the Blender course, the Axe course first, because we're going to be using all of those techniques in this like environment course. So this is sort of like a preparation, a place where I can guide you guys so that you can start your journey and then jump onto the more advanced courses. So this one right here, this character, is definitely, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like super advanced, but it's, you know, we're like bringing it up a notch a little bit. Roma says, I've been following you for about 2 years, and this course and model are much better than they were before in Nextute and those courses. Yep. I'm not gonna say exactly why, Roma, but yeah, because there's a reason. There's always a reason, but that's gossip, and that's not good. Lee says, that's actually something, the code, Kaiser, the code, guys, for the 50% off for any of the courses is first year, 1ST year. If you place that at checkout, you should be getting a 50% discount. If someone tries and it's not working, let me know and I'll fix it right away, but I'm pretty sure it should be working. Yeah, Horse Goat Poseidon. Yeah, year one, all of the courses from year one is now 50% off. And I know I always have this issue with discounts, because I know it feels weird that you just bought the course and then there's a discount. It's like, damn, like I should have waited. But you didn't know there was going to be a discount. So the way I see it is it's just a way to give back to the community, my friends. It's a way to give back to all of the support that you guys have been giving us. And this is not something that we do normally. Like, I think the prices of our courses are fairly priced, and I don't think we really need to be doing discounts all year long. So this is a unique occasion. We're only going to be doing it this one time, and that's it. So if you want to check any of those, go for it. Christian, are you the Christian that I think you are? I want to take a little moment to thank you, because your course helped me a lot as I jumped from 2D illustration to 3D, and thanks to your courses I learned a lot. Dude, you and I, we went together to high school, didn't we? I'm pretty sure I know you in real life. Yeah, you did. You're a programmer, aren't you? I'm pretty sure. I think so. Does the code work multiple times? You can buy all of the courses if you want, man, and every single course will get you 50% off. It's unlimited, so yeah. Lee says, that's actually something I'm constantly wondering when creating a character. When do you start with the character already posed, and when you do not, especially for portfolio pieces? So, again, if you're only working on a high poly character, like a statue, like this one, you can start pose. No problem about it. If you're gonna do it through the production pipeline, you definitely want to do in post, and then proper topology, and then rig and post, so that you can show that your topology works. Yeah, the Horse God Poseidon, the code is gonna last for the next 3 days, so until Monday. Will you have more advanced course in Substance Painter? I haven't taken the Substance Painter, so I don't know. I mean, anyone here in the chat can tell Martin, because I think it's quite advanced, man. Like, we do cover some like deep topics on creating some like advanced textures. Can Nomad sculpt kill the sculpt? We're gonna do a video about that one, because a lot of people have been asking about Nomad, and I got an iPad, so I'm gonna try it out. And we're gonna do a video of ZBrush artist tries Nomad for the first time, and and see how it goes. I'm considering buying your retopology course. Do you think an intermediate character artist would... Dude, it would be amazingly useful for you. Like, stupidly amazing. Retopology for a character artist is fundamental. Like, if you ask me the 3 things that every character artist should know, that it's not character related, it's good topology, good UVs, and... Oh, there was one more that I had right here on the top of my mind. It's good topology, good UVs, and anatomy, of course. Well, that's very related to character. So anatomy, good topology, and good UVs are essential for a character artist to know. Maxred says, thanks, Dave, for the opportunity. I'm following the ZBrush course and enjoying it a lot. There you go. Roma Song says, guys, I recommend you to buy the course about Marvelous and use this code. Really nice course. And here's a little secret, guys. If you get the Topogun course, you get 20% discount on the Topogun license. So you can buy yourself a Topogun license. I know it's a little bit more expensive. It's like $150, but you get 20% discount if you buy the course. You're going to get an email with the instructions on how to redeem that. So this is like the best time to get the discount on the course so that you can get the discount on Topogun if you want to buy it. How to create realistic texturing from Substance Painter? That's the dwarf course, man. This one, the dwarf character. We go over metals, we go over leathers, we go over skin, we go over all of the things. If I buy the course from your site, then where will I get your course? On the site. The site has a player, so it's like it's a whole platform where you get your logging and everything, and you can watch the videos, you can ask questions, you can contact support, like everything. What's going on here? XA Nation, dude. There's a lot of things going on here. We just released the newest course, which is the 3D Anatomy course. I'm showing you the final print right here. Someone was asking how many pieces it has. It has 6 pieces. So it's the head of the character, and then the right arm, the left arm, right leg, left leg, and then on the ground we have this sort of like coin. Custodes Astra is the name of the secret organization where he belongs. So all of this were printed as separate pieces. And then we got the rocks as well. Let me show you again the... Oh, and the cape, of course. So, this is it. So, head is one piece. Cape is another piece. Right arm is another piece. Right leg, another piece. You can see the seam line there a little bit. So the left leg, and then the left arm, and the rocks. 2 big rocks right here, and then a small rock over here, and then all of the coins. I actually think. So he separates from the base right now, and I show you how to do all of this keys so that things fit nicely where they're supposed to fit. So yeah, this is Duncan right here. There we go, JC Duncan. And it's 1/4 scale, so this is really, really big. I went big because I wanted to do it big, but you can print it at smaller size. Like usually the collectible statues that you see from superheroes, they're usually 1/6 scale, so they measure about 30 centimeters. This one measures 45 centimeters on the height. Am I gonna paint it? I need to get an airbrush. I don't have an airbrush and a compressor, so I need to save and buy myself one so that I can paint it because I do want to paint it. But we're gonna paint it with poly paint here in just a second. There we go. Let's go back here. Perfect. Yeah, he's big. Do you plan to do any videos on Risam in the future? Not really, Ryan. And the reason we talked about Risam UV 10 minutes for the giveaway, guys, by the way. So join the Discord if you want to get a free course. So Risam it's a very cool tool. I've seen like really cool and optimized UVs. That's very, very nice. But the problem with Risam is that it's an extra software, right? And you can definitely get some good UVs within Maya without the need to buy Risam. So that's why I'm not sure if that's something that I want to recommend. Because I only like to recommend external softwares when they're really, really, really good, like Topogun or Marvelous. And Risam, I feel like it's really, really good, but it's not like necessary, right? This character's powers are gravity, so he changes the gravity of objects, including himself, right? So he can make himself lighter, so that he can fly. He can make himself what's the word? Denser, stuff like that. So XA Nation on the Discord, you can apply on the Discord. So I'm gonna show you the design for the suit here. Color, fill object. So the idea for the suit was that he was gonna have white and black. So black and white. I know this is not the suit that has the little dots and everything, like the texture. I just want to give you the basic idea. We talk about this on the design section. So that's another thing that I like about this course is that, and you guys know this about me, like when I'm doing courses, I don't, what the hell happening with the music? Why did we suddenly just have like freaking waves? One of the things I like about the courses, or there we go, is that I try to teach more stuff within it. So not just only the tools, or as I like to say, not only the how, but also the why. So we have a full chapter about design, like the design of the suit, the design of the logo, the design of the pose. Like there's a lot of things about the decisions that we're making to generate a very good piece. Inspirations for this character, because I know we're gonna get that question. Reed Richards, of course, from the Fantastic Four. We also have Black Bolt from Marvel. There's a little bit of inspiration from Omni-Man, of course. Old Man Logan. So the story of this guy is that he was a superhero, but then something happened and he became very bitter. And he's called one last time for like this sort of like one last fight. He's shot at redemption, and that's like the point of his life that we're capturing there on the statue, like the moment of truth where he really needs to show that he's actually a hero and he can forget the past and redeem the future. So that's why he's older. There we go. Actually, I'm buying the course, but I don't have. You don't have what? A 3D printer, probably. Sir, can I share my account with my friends because we are buying it together? I mean, I cannot control what you can or cannot do with the account, but yeah. Like, here's what I can tell you guys. If you want to share the account, I mean, of course. Again, there's no way for me to to avoid doing that. But if you feel like donating here on the stream, if you feel like going to the Gumroad page and buying something small, like one of the 3D prints or something, that's a good way to support the channel. But yeah, I understand, guys. Like, if you need to share, that's fine. There we go. No, I appreciate the honesty. It's fine. But yeah, the pro tip, don't mention that. Just do it. You don't need to tell me. Like, I'm not petty that I'm gonna start like finding ways to block your account or anything. I would never do that. But there might be other people that might. So, pro tip, just don't say it. If you're gonna do something that's like not necessarily right, just don't say it, man. Just need to join. Yeah, just join the Discord, man, and then go to the events tab. Here, there we go. On the events tab, on the notice board events, and just click on this party popper there. We got 90 entries and 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Horse God Possession, what's your question, man? I'm not sure if I saw it. Apart from, oh no, I didn't. Apart from AAA weapons, which year one course would you recommend to a beginner? I feel decent but not great at everything. The ZBrush one, the Oni. And like the three that I think are the strongest ones for a beginner that wants to get serious about this is the weapon course, the Oni course, and the substance course. Topogun, Marvelous. Topogun and Marvelous are a little bit on the sort of like advanced thing, so it should be something that you look forward after you like master the basics. And the Maya course, I really like the Maya course, but I made that one specifically for like a hobbyist audience. Like if you just wanna, like if you've never even opened Blender, you don't know how to create a cube, right? That's one. That's the one for you. That's why it's very whimsical, it's very simple, it's very fun. But it's not as advanced for someone that really wants to go and create like professional pieces. So that's why I would probably recommend that one for just hobbies, or people that are like, hey, I'm gonna try to what's the word? I'm gonna try to learn about 3D, and I just wanna like the basics of it. Well, that one can really work. You should not have the option. No, there's no option to download the videos. I've talked about that before. Like on the site, there's no option to download the videos. However, if at any point, because I know we've gotten questions about that, if at any point something happens, I'm gonna make that option available. Like, let's say we're migrating platforms, right? And we're like changing something for whatever reason, or Thinkific is just going down or whatever. Well, if that happens, I'm gonna enable so that anyone who bought the course can download the courses, or I'll make them available. Like, I have all of the files. So, but yeah, right now there's no way to download the files. You can only stream. And that's, again, a decision to lessen piracy a little bit. Because, yeah, piracy hurts us, guys. And it's just me. I would understand if I was, like, Adobe and I had, like, a mega corporate. But it's just me, guys. There we go. So that's the design of the character right here. This is the, well, maybe, like, the white bands there on the arms. This is the pattern design for the character. We're just missing this one right here. I don't like that one. I think I actually deleted that one on the post version. But yeah, that's let's give him a little bit of a skin tone right there. And the hair, a lot of people thought that it was gonna be dark. It's not gonna be dark. It's gonna be brown. But I do want to add like the Reed Richards like white lines. So I know that some people, as they get older, they get like a couple of lines here on the beard and here on the hair. Probably a little bit lighter. There we go. Let's see. Is the blender weapon course good if you use Maya? Yes. However, you might need to use ZBrush as well, because there's a section on the course that we do sculpting, and Maya sculpting tools suck ass. So you're probably gonna have to use ZBrush to sculpt the rock parts. What's his nationality? This guy, he's American. So he's American. The story is that his father and mother escaped from Europe in the 1920s, around the time of the First World War. They were immigrants, so they didn't have any jobs. His father was the idea is that his father was like educated. He had like some sort of like career or something, but when he came to America, he had to start over, and he started working as a butcher's assistant, eventually becoming a butcher and owning like a little butcher shop. And his mom worked as a nurse. And then he grows up. He's relatively poor, like he doesn't have a lot of things, but he always enjoys looking at the stars, right? That's one of his favorite pastimes with his family. They would go out to the yard and just look at the stars and imagine what it was out there. Their parent, or his parents, they make a huge effort, and he goes to study and become an astronomer. And unfortunately, when World War II starts, he gets enrolled, right? He gets called. And he gets called as a communications specialist, so he doesn't have to fight really, but he learns a lot of things. There we go. This thing is about to go, and there we go. We got Nanamin. Nanamin, congratulations on being the winner of the first giveaway for today. Today is our first, yeah, you're the first winner. So Nanamin, if you're here on YouTube or if you are on the Twitch, let me know. Let me know, and at the end of the stream, please, Nanamin, send me a message, a DM directly to my Discord, and we can talk about what course you want, and I'll give you a code for 100% off. And David's gonna prepare the next giveaway. We're gonna let you know as soon as it is ready. Eyebrows, yeah, we need the eyebrows as well. So he goes to war. He goes to World War II, and while being a communication specialist, that's where he finds about Custodes Astra, right? Like this secret group. It's again kind of like Wolfenstein, you know, that there's this sort of like mystic sort of like stuff going on. So he finds about it by mistake, but the guy who's in charge of that like thing sees that he's got potential, and he's like, okay, Duncan, you're gonna get in, and he starts training. He learns about the whole thing, and eventually something happens. That's the part of the story that I don't have. Maybe you guys can help me out. Like, I'm not sure how he gets his powers, but I'm sure he gets his powers from this sort of like cosmic tribunal that gives him the power. Similar to Green Lantern, like there's this Lantern Corps and things like that. So there's gonna be this like thing on top of the cosmos, Custodes Astra, and they see in Duncan the potential of a great fighter, a great hero, and they give him the power of gravity, right? Like he gets the power to control gravity. So again, I'm not sure how to link that. It's just like a rough story that I have, but yeah, he gets the powers. Let me go and look for a reference, because there we go. Acromio Clav, thanks for the sub, man. I finished first year in 3D school. We use Maya for everything, mode, animation, but I feel like I know little about everything, but not good in anything. Will the Maya course help me? It will help you to clean stuff up. Like, it will help you to probably like cement and again, like get the foundations right. I would need to see, if you want Rampart, send me a message on Discord as well with your portfolio or with the pieces that you've done, and I'll tell you whether or not it would be useful or which kind of which one I would recommend. What is the top software to create props, sword, armor for you to add to my ZBrush character? I'm looking for a software to focus on, but too many choices. So I would say it's either Maya or Blender. You're gonna have your like, you can even do it in ZBrush. Like, if you get comfortable with C Modeler, you can pretty much model anything here inside of ZBrush. But it can be a little bit tricky. I personally like Maya. Others like Blender. So let's see, gray beard streaks. No, and I'm not done, man. That's just the beginning of the story. Let's see. So I was thinking about something simple. Because I've seen some people that get just like tiny stripes like this. There we go. It's more on the outside of the beard, it seems. Or we might not. There we go, like this. Yeah, so I was not that far off. No, the Oni course does not contain Retopo, man. The Oni course does not contain Retopo. Yeah, so I was not far off. So something like this. Okay, so he goes into space, or he finds this this Custodes Astra thing, and they see in him like the potential to be a good protector, and they're like, okay, cool, you get the powers. And he starts training with them. So at first he doesn't know how to really control it, and then he gets better and better and better. The point is, life continues, you know, they go on adventures, they save the world, stuff like that. And eventually he falls in love with the daughter of the guy that got him into this whole mess. So I don't have the name. So this is Duncan. Let's call this the general. Kind of like Nick Fury, right? Like the top guy. He hires Duncan, and then Duncan marries the daughter of the general, who doesn't have powers, but, you know, really smart or something. They get married, and they get a kid. Duncan, or the general, hires a couple of other people, like the rest of the team, right? And this is like the team that Duncan is the commander of. And one of these guys, one of these motherfuckers, kills everyone else. He finds a way to get more power, stuff like that, and he kills everyone else. That's the tipping point for Duncan. That's what makes Duncan like quit the whole hero thing, because he cannot deal with all of this thing. He like, this guy was like a double agent, and he waited for the perfect moment, and then just he destroys everything, right? And Duncan failing, losing his wife, his daughter, or kid, I'm not sure if it's boy or girl, but losing everything, he just retires. He's like, fuck this, I don't want to do it anymore. Couple of years later, I'm thinking like 10 years later, the general, very old, goes and looks for Duncan, and he's like, Duncan, we found this guy. He's preparing something bad, like really, really bad, and you're the only one who can like do it. You're the only one who can save us, right? And that's the story. He goes in, and he's like, okay, I'll do it. It's my shot at redemption, and he's gonna do he's gonna go and fight one last time, right, to find that redemption and to save everyone. You guys want to hear the end of the story? Yeah, that's very cool, and then I can explain a little bit more background. Let me know if you want to hear the end of the story. How about instead of a hero, they're just like a galaxy police, just splitting it? Yeah, like that's the idea. Like they take care of the galaxy, but I don't want to make it like super big on the scale of things. So I want to keep it kind of like inline. Color fill object. There we go. So that's the color scheme for the suit right there. This is his sort of like uniform. Turn off dynamic solo? You mean this? I don't mind it. Maybe add a... Yeah, that's... You know what? That's an excellent idea. Let me add one. Let's call this promo code. Oh, 50% off. Both. First year. Remember, this only works on the first code, or the first 6 what's the word? On the first 6 courses. this one, the new one, the anime one, is not in this group of elements. Let's change the color. There we go. That should look good. Perfect. Thank you. Do you find creating a story for the character helps? It helps a lot, man. It helps a lot because you developed an emotional connection to the character in a way that allows you to feel inspired by it, and it's not just like what's the word? He's not just like a random character. Yes, Omni-Man. What's another inspiration? So it's Omni-Man, Reed Richards, Old Man Logan, and a little bit like Green Lantern. Like the suit's a little bit more like Green Lantern. Black Bolt is another favorite superhero of mine. So yeah, he's a little bit of a mix of everything. And that's the cool thing, because I get this question asked a lot. It's like, oh, but aren't you worried that things are not original? I have this friend, he's a writer, and he says that there's nothing that's original. Like, every single thing you do has already been done. The way you do it, the way you tell that story is what makes it original. So, can I get a recommendation on what course to pick? That's a great question. So, again, if you're just starting 3D and just want to know what the 3D is about, just want to learn the basics of 3D, the Maya course is really good. If you already know that 3D is something that you want to do a little bit more seriously, I recommend starting with the Axe course because it teaches you the pipeline. You learn about textures, you learn about UVs, you learn about retopology, you learn about sculpting, you learn a little bit about everything. But if you're like, no, I don't want to do props right now, you're going to have to do it eventually. But if you don't want to do it right now, then ZBrush. So these 3 top courses right here, the Blender course, the ZBrush course, or the Maya course, are the ones that are like very important. These 3 ones right here are also very important, but they're secondary to the first one. So if you haven't done any of the first 3 ones, doing one of this is a little bit, a little bit more advanced. So yeah. They need to introduce ice hockey in Mexico. A Mexican ice hockey. I don't know if that will work. We have a very good guy who's an ice skater, like an artistic ice skater. I think he has won like several like gold medals and stuff. He's really freaking good. You could just really bake mysterious interdimensional godlike aliens that can manipulate time and space to give Duncan the powers, which would also let him to see his family. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys the end of Duncan's story. Let's go full screen for this one. Let's bring Duncan here. And I'm gonna tell you who this guy is based on, why he has that name. So again, it's just the big details, just the general story. But there is going to be a point in the story where he's fighting this other guy who also got powers now, right? Like it's an even match. And he realizes that he cannot win. Duncan just cannot win. Now, he controls gravity. And he realizes that he cannot win, but he also realizes that he can make sure that the other guy loses. So what does he do? He starts, like, placing gravity at the maximum density that he can at the tip of his fingers and on himself. So what happens for those of you guys who are into space? What happens if the density of an object increases like exponentially? What would happen to that object? Does anyone know? Like in space, what happens when a star starts like burning out and not explode? Some of them explode, but there's something else that can happen when the density is so much in one point. So much. It's so freaking dense. What happens? That's right, Kurt. Black hole. So he sacrifices himself and he becomes a black hole so that he can suck in the other guy and pretty much eliminate him. He collapses into a black hole. And that's the end. That's the end of Duncan. He becomes a black hole, and he saves the galaxy, right? He saves the world because he was able to eliminate the. It's the final sacrifice, right? Now here's the thing. You guys want to see my full inspiration? My favorite space thing is the Pillars of Creation. It's just like my favorite structure from all time. When I first saw this photo, I was like, damn, that's beautiful. And I've used this for other things. Some of you might remember Saria from my next 2 courses, the hard surface one. She also has something to do with the Pillars of Creation. So the Pillars of Creation were discovered by a guy named, where is it? Discovery. There was a guy. Where is it? It's not Gene Phillip. Well, not. It's the Pillars of Creation. Yeah, it was the Pillars of Creation. There we go. John Charles Duncan. This elephant trunks had been discovered by John Charles Duncan in 1920. This guy right here. So that's where the name comes from, JC Duncan. I changed the names. Instead of John Charles, it's Jacob Caleb, but it's Duncan. That's why the name Duncan is coming from here. So John Charles Duncan was the guy who photographed or discovered this guy. So it's close to it. And here's the thing. The first black hole that was discovered was Cygnus X1 in 1971, which matches with the timeline that I created for this character. So, again, I was thinking, oh, maybe I could do like a comic book about this, like a single story, like a single volume or something. And I was like, hey, it would be very cool if when he dies and the first like black hole, or he creates this black hole, they like detect that black hole in Earth. So the NASA guys are like, oh, that's awesome. We just like detected the first actual black hole. And the general, right, because he was the one that hired Duncan for this final fight, he's like, oh, fuck you, Duncan. Because he knows that Duncan did that. Like, he knows that Duncan had to do that to stop the other guy. And kind of like everything like merges back to the story. So that's how I created the story for this guy. Again, it's just like a rough sketch, like a rough draft of the superhero, but I wanted to cement it into, or again, like get this sort of like foundations, so that when I created the full statue, like it had something. Like when people like see the statue, they can ask me about it, and I can always like tell a little bit of a story. So yeah, that's the story of JC Duncan. And as some of you have been suggesting here, yeah, it remains to be seen. Like, it could be cool to see what happens inside the black hole. Maybe this galactic aliens like bring him out of the black hole for one final sort of like something, right? So that's how that's how the cycle begins. Yeah, what happens in the black hole? That could be like another season, right? Like the fight within the black hole. Maybe they go to another universe or another sort of like a yeah, like a multiverse sort of thing. So yeah, it can be a lot of things. Mr. J says, I'm not just getting nerd out, and the internet will find other people to enjoy what you do like me. Yeah, there we go, right? Benetza says, is the Retopo course in Maya or Topogon? Topogon. We use Topogon. Second giveaway, guys. We got the second giveaway going. So if you're not at the Discord, go there. We only have 81 entries. We can have more. Which course is the best for a beginner to advance to learn everything in ZBrush? If you're just starting ZBrush, I would recommend starting with the Oni. Once you finish the Oni, this next one, the anatomy for 3D artists, is a great like second like look at characters, so that you can improve your anatomy quite a bit, because the Oni is very stylized. So even though we do go over anatomy in the Oni, we covered the basics, I don't go as in depth as I do with this one right here. Mr. J says, no, don't. It's cool at the end. He just becomes a battle. Yeah, I was, there was this comic book that I read a couple of years ago that I also freaking love. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. It's called American Vampire. It's quite famous. I mean, for a sort of indie book, it's one of the famous ones. It's written by Scott Snyder. Do not confuse this with the other Snyder. And it's really good. It's really, it's a Western. It's freaking amazing. And this one right here, it's also very nice because it does feel quite like self-contained. Then they go on and they release like a couple of other ones. I haven't read the whole series, but just this first one right here, oh, it was so good. There was another one called Southern Bastards. This one is written by one of my favorite comic book artists. His name is Jason Aaron, and this is also really good. It's a little bit more indie. 3 days, yeah, Kaiser. It's gonna be available for 3 days. Does he see his family again? Oh, well, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. But yeah, that's the story of JC Duncan, the commander. Where's the cape? I had a cape. Should have it around here somewhere. But yeah, it was very fun because I was able to what's the word? Is this the proper one? Give me 1 second. Import. Sorry. Pen. There we go. Sphere. And let's import the cape. There we go. That's the cape right there. I originally didn't want him with cape, but then I actually showed this to a couple of friends, including David, of course, and they were like, no, a cape will be very epic, and I think it works. Who won the special training? The first winner for today's giveaway was a Nanamin. So Nanamin, make sure to contact me if you're hearing this. I will send you a message as well, but just make sure to contact me if you want, so that I can give you your code, so that you can get any of the courses, including if you want the Anatomy course for free. And no caves, yeah. What did you miss? Link, we are having a giveaway right now. We are releasing the new course. We have a promo. Where's the promo? There we go. We have a promo there for all of our first year courses. So all of the first 6 courses have a promo of 50% right now. So yeah, you can check it out. Whew. So yeah, that's the story of JC Duncan. And throughout the course, which was one of the other questions someone asked right now, I go through that. Like, I explain my design thoughts or my design process for the character, the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, all the things. It will be very cool. I think I'm thinking, because you know what? Damn, you just sparked like this idea on my head, dude. What if we make a course later? Not in the next one, but later. We do female anatomy, and that's the villain. And we do another statue this big. Now we can have both of them sort of like fighting together. That would be pretty cool, right? That way we have both anatomy classes. We have the male, the female, and they're both part of the same story. I think that's a good idea, man. I think that's a good idea. Ex-wife, nah. That's too much. That's too much, Sarn. That's too much. But I think it's a good idea if we could do, if we could do a female character later. You know what? That could even be like a series. I'll think about it. I don't want to make false promises. So we'll think about it. But yeah, I think a female character will be a good idea, like a female superhero. That way we again cover female anatomy, and what I would do there is I would probably remove the base, so we can get rid of the base. And then we do a new vase where both of them are on the same sort of like stand, right? And it's like this big stand for both of them. Or it could be, yeah, Mr. Yeah, that's another good one, like an orb, both orbs. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I'm definitely gonna write that down. That's a good idea. So, let's talk about a couple of extra news, guys, and then we'll continue working on this guy or something. We still have a lot of time and more giveaways. So, I don't know what's happening with Chill Hop now. That it just stops. It stops the music. There we go. How to create Lord Ganesh character head in ZBrush. Is it difficult for me to sculpt the head? Can you explain me tips to create Ganesh character? I don't know who Ganesh is. I know he is part of Hindu. I might sound very ignorant, but is he a god or what's the? Because I've seen him before. I would probably do like the Oni course would probably give you the best tools to sculpt something like this, but I would definitely start with a with a sphere and then just go from there. Or sea spheres even for the trunk. Let's see. Cavallero says just bought the Substance Painter course. Maybe later too. I'll get the Blender one. I was only expecting this great discount. Thank you so much. You are welcome, my friend. You are welcome. And hopefully we can keep growing. Again, thanks to all of your support, guys. That's one of the things that I've been like trying to implement, but it's not possible at this time, which is regional pricing, so that we could price things accordingly depending on the region. Unfortunately, we cannot do that just yet. It requires way more investment, and we're not there yet. But hopefully in the future we'll get there. If you're playing music off YouTube, it tends to time out if you don't interact with it. Oh, there you go. That could be it. Is that it? What, do I need to just like keep it up there? Weird. Yeah, I would do it in ZBrush. Yeah, Link, that's it. See, like, if I could have the rights to do a character, like an actual, like, Marble character, I would have done Black Bolt. Black Bolt is one of my favorite characters from Marble. And I would have loved to do a course doing Black Bolt, but you know I can get into issues with copyright and things like that. So it was a decision to make my own version of a character because I couldn't just do whatever. Like we could have done Spider-Man or something. I can do it. I think you could technically do it for free on YouTube. Like as long as you're not making money, you're in that sort of like gray area where you can do fan art. But if I'm selling the course, I cannot use any character that's owned by someone else. But yeah, one of my favorite characters from Marble is freaking Black Bolt. And as you can see, there's some influence from designs and stuff in Duncan, right? So it's close. Is it illegal even if you credit? Yeah, it's illegal. It's illegal. If you're profiting from something that's not yours, it's illegal, and they can sue you. Yes, exactly. If you're profiting from it, it's illegal. Technically, you should not be doing fan arts either, because technically a fan art could be detrimental to the brand. So, for instance, let's say we do Spider-Man, and we make Spider-Man, and we do like a little like panel or comic or illustration where he's supporting a very evil person. Let's go super obvious here and say, you know, the Nazis or something. So, if you do that, that's hurting Spider-Man's brand. So Marvel, Disney can come after you and be like, don't do that. We do not approve. But if you just do a cool Spider-Man illustration and you sell it at like an artist's alley or something, I mean, they're not going to go after you. It's only when it becomes very, very big or very, very damaging to their image where things become tricky. How do you learn to create stories? Ack Anthony. Oh, that's such a good question, man. I love those questions. So good. First of all, you need to read stories, right? Like, in order for you to know how to make a story, you need to have read or consumed a lot of stories so that you know what's a good story and what's a bad story, right? You develop that sort of thing. Second, you need to start creating stories, and the first stories that you create will suck horribly, like very, very bad. They're gonna be horrible stories, and then you learn from that. And then you create a new story, and then you learn from that. I have a very stupid but very valuable thing that I do, which is I am a dungeon master. So whenever we play, tomorrow we have the end of our campaign, by the way. It's going to be very fun. But whenever we play, I am creating stories. Some of them are good, and my players remember them. Some of them suck, and my players tell me that was lame. And that's how I learn what kind of things work and what kind of things don't work. Like, even with this story, right, with Duncan, I think it's a good story. It has, like, again, a general rough draft that I think it's good. It flows. But there might be certain parts of the story that are not that great or that are very cliche or something. Hey, I can tweak those. Maybe not for this character, but for the next one. So, by doing things a lot and learning from each time you do those things, you learn. Now, there is a book. I'm not going to deny it. There is a book that's really good. That's called... it's by Joseph Campbell. It's a very classic book. This is kind of like a cookie cutter way of learning about story. It's called The Power of the Myth. It's really good. It tells you about this thing called the hero's journey. You probably heard about it, and it goes in really delves deep into all of the things that are like a constant along all of the stories around the world. Some people criticize Joseph that he's like over generalizing things. I agree. Like, you cannot just like place any story into the hero's myth. There's other like things that you can do, other ways to tell stories. But this is like a really good one. It's like if you ask me, hey, how can I cook something? Just cook a burger. It's simple. It's good. Everyone likes them. It's gonna work. And then within this, you can start like modifying things and changing things to make elements more interesting. Make this fight in an animated course. That would be pretty cool as well. As I mentioned, I did use AccuRig to rig this character. And, well, not the whole character, but the body of the character. And it was fun to see him move as well. Like the formation was working very nicely. Let's see. I thought Nextdude is your channel. A lot of people thought Nextdude was my channel, dude, and that's why, one of the reasons why I started this new project is it was not my channel. Like, I don't get any more royalties from any of the courses that I release them. I'm super proud of them. If you want to get them, sometimes they're on like a huge discounts on Udemy. They're really good. There's a lot of valuable information, but the up-to-date stuff, the most recent, the most like advanced things is gonna be now on this channel. There's a the Kurt, dude, I love Sanderson. So yeah, that's another one. If you go online and look for Brandon Sanderson lectures, he released for free his full like writing class. Well, not the full thing, but like most of the important stuff. Watch those. He explains the way he writes, but he also has something very interesting that he says, and I love it. Ever since I heard that, I was like, this dude knows. He knows shit. And he said every single person has a different writing style, and what you write might not match with a lot of people out there, right? And that's fine. Like, I know my courses, there might be some people, like you guys, that really like them. And I am extremely, and I will be forever grateful for that. But I also know, I've seen very toxic comments online of people that think I'm some fucking garbage artist or something. And it's like, hey, that's fine. Like, if it didn't click for you, and if I'm not the type of teacher that you're looking for, I don't mind. Like, I don't intend to be that person for everyone, right? So you need to find your audience. That's another thing. Like, you need to find the people that resonate with your stories. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. One of my favorite book series is Aragon, and people have criticized Paulini of being a shitty writer. Hey, I'm not sure if he's a shitty writer or not. Like, I'm not some sort of like judge that can go in and give him a specific numerical value. But what I can tell you is, when I was growing up, these were freaking amazing books. I loved the books. They connected with me, and I love his writing style. I loved everything about the world, the series, everything. So it's not about what everyone might think about you. It's what you do that connects you to other people. I think that's the valuable thing. Yeah, I like it, but I've said this. I've said Aragon is so good to some of my friends, and are like, dude, you suck. Like, if you think Aragon is good, then that means you're a bad reader. It's like, oh, dude, come on. I haven't gotten Mirtha yet. I need to get it. Haven't gotten it yet. But yeah, that's the thing. Again, there's enough content, there's enough things out there for everyone. So there might be some structures that you really resonate with, and there might be some that you do not. I've seen some really top tier instructors, like at the Noman workshop, and I try to watch their tutorials, and I cannot connect with them. It's like, oh, dude, I love your stuff, but I hate your teaching style. And I mean, again, it's not that they're bad teachers. Maybe it's just that our styles in that sort of like communication are not compatible, and that's fine. I just need to find someone else to learn from, right? So that's the thing. Sudhir says, if you freelance for a US studio from India, do they pay based on the freelancer's location, or they pay same artist from US? In my experience, they go kind of like halfway. I mean, companies will always try to pay the least amount of money. That's capitalism, right? So it's important to understand that. Now, as long as you can offer something that's valuable for them, and you can charge more than like the what's the word? More, that would be a good idea. But yeah, my question is always, how big is the client? Because if it's a small indie studio, then they might not be able to pay that much, and it might be a good idea for your experience. But if it's a big studio, then you probably do want to charge a little bit more, because your product is going to be used for bigger and bigger things. Yeah, the movie was a mess. I agree, Lord Tillum. A friend of mine was super into those books and was disappointed. Yeah, the movie was horrible, man. At some point, will you create a course on creating a dragon? We're doing that, man. Link, we're doing that, but that's not a course. It's a live stream. We're just like doing that project. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you can look that one up. And on the live streams, we've done, I think 2 or 3 dragon. I think 2 live streams on the dragon creation. Last channel suggestion for writing. Yeah, go for it, Kurt. Go for it. Álvaro says, para la impresión 3D, ¿cuánto detalle, por ejemplo, en la piel es necesario? I would recommend, it depends on the scale, right? So for this one right here, since it was going to be 1/4 scale, I did go a little bit like deep on some of the elements, and you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it on the... No, I'm not gonna be able to focus it because it's gonna get out of focus. But you can definitely see some of the big wrinkles, like this one's right here. My advice is literally use your screen and measure. So, for instance, this is the size on my screen that it's on the 3D print, and here I can tell what things are going to be seen and what things are not going to be seen. So if I see the wrinkles here at this distance, those wrinkles are going to be seen, but all of the pores, as you can see, I added some pores and stuff, some roughness to the skin, those are not going to be seen. Like, it's just going to be like deleted pretty much. Do we got the giveaway? How are we there? Almost, right? 2 seconds, 1 second, and there we go. Congratulations to Xorth. Xorth, there you go, man. Xorth is one of our followers. He comments and it's a big part here of the community as well. So good job, Xorth. Congratulations on winning the second giveaway of today, the second premium course right now. There you go, Xorth. You can pick any course that you want. Just send me a message at the end of the stream, and I'll get you the code. Yes, solid. Yeah, we got some stuff pending there. I'll talk to you. There you go, Xorth. There you go. Awesome. Okay, so while David is preparing the next thing, I want to talk about the 2 important things that are coming soon here to the channel. First of all, the next course, because we get asked about this a lot, and I thought that initially I thought it was a good idea to hide what the next course was going to be, to create like a little bit of hype and stuff like that, but we've realized that it's really no big difference. So the next course is going to be the environment course. This is something that people have been asking for. I know we still have a creature course pending that we've talked about before, like a realistic creature for like a film and stuff. And the thing is, yeah, there's going to be one more giveaway, guys, one more giveaway. So don't go just yet. We're going to have it announced shortly. So we will have a creature course a little bit later, but I've been doing a lot of sculpting, so I wanna go back and do a little bit more modeling and things like that, a little bit more texturing. So that's what we're gonna be doing the environment course next. It's gonna be an environment for games. We're still decided what kind of environment it's gonna be, whether it's gonna be like a jungle or like a dungeon or something. We're still not sure exactly what it's gonna be. This next week's gonna be planning stage, reference gathering, all that stuff. It's gonna be releasing soon. That's the next one I'm going to be working. I'm not sure exactly when. From this first year, after this experience with this first year here with the channel, I've realized that I can roughly release one course every 2 to 3 months. Sometimes it's a little bit shorter if the course is short. Sometimes it's a little bit longer if the course is long. Like, I think the distance between this one and the Topogon one was a little bit longer than usual, but it was a big course. Again, it depends, right? So I'm gonna be working on that. It's gonna be an environment course. It's gonna be on Unreal Engine. It will require some basic skills. So this is why I wanted to make this announcement. Because if you want to get that course when it releases, you should have basic modeling skills, you should have basic texturing skills, and you should have basic sculpting skills. Okay. I'm not going to be teaching the basics of ZBrush again, or the basics of Maya, or the basics of Blender. So you need to know that stuff. I'm just going to go and explain you the process. Otherwise, this course is going to be like 40 hours long. So, Kurt, if you are more used to Maya, yes. But again, as I mentioned earlier, you will need ZBrush to sculpt, because Maya sculpting tools are horrible. So you will need ZBrush. Yes, the Barjasin, if you buy the Topogon course, you will get an email with instructions, and you will get a 20% discount to buy your full Topogon license. So there you go. Megarash from India, welcome guys, welcome to the stream. Is there more than one? Gia, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, with the giveaways, right? There we go. There we go. Third giveaway is now up, guys. Third giveaway is on our Discord. If you're not on the Discord, make sure to join, okay? Yes, it's going to include trim sheets. It's going to, like, the main things is going to be trim sheets, modular modeling, and how to set up things so that you can reuse things, landscapes, and foliage. Those are like the big environment things that we're going to be covering during that course, as long as, again, like textures. Oh, it's going to be like interesting. It's going to be on Unreal Engine, so that one's going to be free. No big deal there. And that one's going to be the next course. Also, in the next couple of months, we are going to be releasing our first live workshop. Okay, we're still tweaking details. Again, it's just a quick announcement here, just a teaser of what's coming, but we're gonna be releasing our first live class. So if you're a student or if you're an artist that likes to learn on a sort of like class setup where there's live feedback, live teaching and stuff like that, we will have that soon. Again, it's not sure exactly about the date, but it's coming up soon. Of course, the price is gonna be according to that, because it's gonna be live sessions. So it's gonna be like an 8-week sort of like live workshop. We start, we all develop our own sort of like little project. I'm still debating whether the first one's gonna be like a prop class or if it's gonna be in the character class. We'll see. Again, details are still in the making, but we've seen some suggestions and some people asking for that type of content. So we're gonna have that soon as well. Our live workshop are also in the works. Okay. Oh, Roma, you're never gonna let that one go, right? The Lighthouse was a project that I was doing as part of a live stream on the on the Nexted channel, and then Unreal Engine 5 came out and we restarted the project, and then, well, I'm no longer part of Nexted, so I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. We might like, that's a good environment to do, to be honest, but I'm not sure. Like, the Lighthouse will live on the new course instead, I think. Liz says, I'll ask before, but I'd love to know if you consider creating a UV unwrapping course. Creating good UV maps is so easily overlooked, and I'd love to learn good practices. We covered that on the Topogon course. So on the retopology course, we do talk about that. And we also have videos on YouTube, yes. So if you go to the YouTube channel and just look for 5 tips for great UVs, I think it's the video, you can find that there. I'm thinking an advanced level, Kurt. I think we might have like more than one live workshop. But we are gonna have a couple of different levels. So here, let me give you an example. Because one of the first ones that I wanted to create was a character course. I look for Thyros and I get all of this. Where's mine? Where's mine? There we go. So my idea is to do a course, like a character course, where we go over the full process, like what we did with Tyro. So it would be high poly, low poly, UVs, textures, rigging, even like getting him to like move normally inside of Unreal. And for that reason, I need everyone to know the basics, so that I don't need to teach like, oh, this is a mask, this is a retopology, this is the flow. I will be like, hey, okay, this week we finished the high poly. I need everyone for next week to finish the retopology. That's it. So that'll be like the homework, and then I check the retopology to make sure it's right, and that's what I would correct. But I don't want, it's not that I don't want, I don't feel like we should be teaching that at that level. So probably the live workshop is going to be like an intermediate to advanced level. Again, still to be decided, but that's the rough idea. Yeah, it's not too far off, Afixi. It's not too far off. Like, if things go well, like if I'm able to move at the speed that I want to move, it should be releasing by August. Roughly around August. Maybe mid-August, maybe like the end of August. That is, again, the rough estimate. I don't want to get or give a specific number, but around there. Would you use Gaia? Maybe. I mean, we need to contact them. If they can help us with a license or something, that'll be good. But yeah, maybe we could use something like Gaia. When I do the courses, I try to use the least amount of softwares so that people don't feel the need to buy everything. But yeah. Can you make video on how to make Valorant gun? Oh, okay, that's another one. That's another one that I'm thinking about for a live workshop, because there's this concept that I found a couple of months ago, and it's been sitting here on my desktop for a while. I really want to do this gun. It's a very fun model. We have all of the views that we need. We have the front view, we have the side view. And it's relatively easy, but we have a big problem here, guys. Big problem. YouTube does not like guns. So if I do a video about making a gun, YouTube is not gonna help us with the algorithm as much as it does with our regular videos. So this is something that, again, I might do it as a premium course. Not sure. But yeah, we'll do something like that. Okay. Did the giveaway finish? The second giveaway finished. The winner was Exorth, and we got a third giveaway going on right now. This is by our good. We got 80 entries so far, so you can already go there on the Discord channel as well, and click the little party popper thingy. Wow. Okay. So any more questions? We got a lot of questions today. That's great. Regarding creatures, do you know of Henning and Morton? They're on YouTube. Henning is an amazing creature designer out there. I have not heard about them. Henning and Morton. Oh, no, yeah, of course. He's the guy from Flip Normals, right? Yeah, of course I know those guys. Of course I know those guys. Yeah, I've seen their stuff. Yeah, really, really freaking good. No, the new course is not 50% off, my friend. This is the 50% off is only for the first year courses. This one is gonna be part of the second year, like set of courses, pretty much. So this is only for the first year. And the reason why the price is where it is because it's a very extensive course. It's again 13 years of my experience, just like summarized into 20 hours, roughly 20 hours of content. So the 50% off is only for the first year. Alvaro, if you've just started, I would recommend. Oh, that's a good question. Where are you at? Are you at Mexico, or are you in the South America? Where are you, Alvaro? XA Nation, you just bought the Substance Painter course full price? When did you buy it, man? Did you buy it today? Like, during the stream? Two days ago. Okay, send me a message on Discord, man. Send me a message on Discord, and I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure if I can give you a refund on that one, but I might be able to help you otherwise, okay? Or in another way, I mean. So just contact me on Discord. Chile. Okay, so if you're in South America, I would recommend the Blender course because Blender is a lot easier, and the indie scene is it's a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more easy to get some job done with Blender, and you're not gonna struggle with paying a license. And the Blender DX course right here covers again all the process. Now, if you don't know Blender and you already know Maya, then probably the anatomy course, the one that I just released, might get you like really, really up there, especially if you want to do characters. I get quite deep, Link. Let me show you here. Let me open the file. 2023 weapons for games, Axe project. Where is it? There we go. X09. Yeah, we go over remeshing, we go over all that stuff. Yeah, if you guys want to buy any of the courses from year 1 today and tomorrow and the next 2 days, you can use this first year code that's here on the screen. That's this one right here. This one right here. And you're gonna get 50% off. Alpha Omega, thanks, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. So as you can see here, man, we do sculpt quite a bit. We do. I mean, the sculpt that we do is pretty much just rocks. There's not much. There's not much to sculpt on the axe. But we go over all the tools to sculpt this thing. I think we do a skull. I don't remember if we do a small skull or something first, and then okay, in that case, Alvaro, go for the Blender course. Go for the axe course. That one's gonna teach you all you need. And if you already know the interface and how to move around it, it's going to be good. So we do all of this high poly sculpt here for the axe, and then we do the low poly version with UVs and everything, as you can see right here. And then we do the bakes, and we do the textures, we do everything. So it didn't change the pricing, but what it did, my friend, is it got rid of the perpetual license. So now you have to pay your monthly subscription, and I think it's like $30 or something, or $25. I always use custom lights, Santana. Always. That's actually one of the most, or the biggest mistakes that people make about lights and render. They think that the HDRI is gonna do the whole thing, and it's not gonna do the whole thing. Student pricing increased from 20 a year to 60. I mean, well, 60 for a full year of ZBrush, it's still worth it, man. Still totally worth it. Is it possible to do realistic texturing on a Pokemon creature? On Painter, or Mari is better for realistic creature? No, you can totally do it inside of Substance Painter. The only, well, not the only, but one of the big differences between Substance Painter and Mari is the density of textures that you can work with. So in Substance, I would say once you hit like 6 UDEMs, things get very, very slow. because it needs to keep everything sort of like in memory for all of the layers. Mari bakes things down into the layers. So when you're doing it, it kind of like commits to that thing that you're doing, and it just like makes it so that you can work on bigger and bigger assets. So if you're working with 20 UDEMs, 50 UDEMs, or something like that, then definitely Mari is gonna be a better shot. But for what's the word for smaller creatures, like if you just want to do like a normal 4K map for a single Pokemon and you want to do realistic, you can totally do it instead of Substance Painter. Walker Andrew says, I have a question. Why sometimes are there an artist that got into a major game studio but whose portfolio is kind of mediocre compared to others? Does it really require some luck? Yes. There's a bunch of reasons, man. Connections. So in Mexico we call that, I think that's the word, it's called nepotism, right? So if I'm an owner and of a studio and I need to hire someone, I'm definitely gonna hire someone close to me, like a family member or a friend, before I hired an unknown guy, right? So even if that friend sucks compared to someone else, just because he's a friend, he might get a shot, right? So that's connections and who you know. There's also the fact of pricing. So if it's cheaper to hire someone that's worse, but he can do, or he's going to be doing simple stuff, you might go with that. There's also location. So for instance, you guys know I'm from Mexico, so it's cheaper for a US studio to hire a US citizen, because if they try to hire me, they need to pay for other things so that I can migrate over there and be with them. So there's a bunch of different motives. The code is available for all of these 6 courses, yes, and you can use it multiple times. So you can get all of these courses if you want, and they're gonna be 15% off. We don't do discounts, guys. Like, this is a very special occasion, and I'm doing it, of course, because I want to be giving back to the community, to all of you guys. So yeah, but this is a one-thing occasion. What is the purpose to display clay and chrome spheres and color palette? Just so that you know that the light is properly exposed, pretty much, and that the materials are behaving properly. It's a way to be a little bit technical about things. You don't need them. It looks cool. I have 2022 version of ZBrush that I bought once. I see no reason to upgrade. I'm glad I paid some. Yeah, I also have my perpetual license. It's really good. There are a couple new tools that are quite nice as well. So some of the knife brushes, for instance. But yeah, like if you are with 2022, you can pretty much do anything. Is the Axe course that you suggest that anyone new to Blender should take? Yes. If you already have some knowledge about the 3D world, this one's really good. It teaches the interface, it teaches the navigation, stuff like that, and then yeah. There we go. Yeah, that has happened quite a bit as well. Like I've had some experiences where, and this was one of my most horrible experiences as an artist, was when we got hired. I think I've shown this one, or I've talked about this one before. Let me explain. I'm gonna use, of course, fake names or no names to explain the situation, but I'm gonna explain why this was such a shitty situation. So, that's Abe, taught at a school, and a student there who had experience. He was it was a class that I taught that was not to like high schoolers or university students. It was like a more advanced class. And this guy says like, hey Abe, this company is hiring another company so that they can start doing some work, and we need to do 5 shorts, and this company is hiring me. You can see how this thing starts getting messy. And it's like, I want to hire you to do one of those shorts. I'm gonna hire someone else to do another short, someone else to do another short, and I'm gonna do 2 shorts. Okay, so this sort of like bundle of studios, because I had to hire other people. There was 5 artists back in the day. So it was, okay, my team is gonna do one of the big shorts, and then another team is gonna do another big short, another big short, and he was gonna do 2 simple shorts. I was like, cool, yeah, we'll do it. And the problem here was that the guys that he hired, one of them was good, the other one was bad, like really bad. So what ended up happening is we properly executed what they were asking for. This guy also did that. This guy did not fulfill his side of the deal, and he was also struggling to fulfill his side of the deal. So this client was angry, and this one was also very angry. So at the end of the day, to make the story short, we did not get paid everything. We only got paid like 3/4 of what was owned. And unfortunately, since I had to pay my artists, I paid them from this 3/4, and I was left with nothing. So yeah, and worst thing, not only did we not get paid, our project didn't get showed, and we could not use it for anything because of NDAs and stuff. So it was just like wasted time, wasted talent, wasted money. It was horrible. Yeah, no, if I ever need to hire people, guys, I'm definitely going to go to the Discord and hire some of you guys as freelance. Or even as full-time if we got the budget to do so. That's part of the connection. Yeah, Tadeo. Tadeo right here? Well, see? This guy right there? This is Tadeo right here. You know what I'm talking about, Tadeo. I'm not going to mention what project it was, but you know what I'm talking about. And, yeah. It's part of life. Not much we can do about that. But the problem here, like a couple of lessons I learned about this. First of all, the problem here was this connection right here. This was a horrible thing to do. You always want to try to work with the first client if possible. Why? Because whenever I like showed people like, hey, this is our shot, this is how it's looking, this guy will be like, okay, that's cool, that's great, perfect. But this guy was not showing it to this other guys right here. So by the time we were ready to deliver and he first showed them this guy were like, oh no, we want some changes. And it's like, oh damn. And then when this guy was happy and he showed it to the first client, this guy was like, oh, we also want some changes. And it was a never-ending story of changes and changes because we were not working with the guy that was really in charge. It's like, it was a bad experience, to be honest. Which software is best for hand-painted textures, Substance, or 3D Code? 3D Code, by far. Like, that's the industry standard for hand-painted stuff. 3D Code. And we've done that. We already have some... This is one of the things that I wanted to do here. So look at all of the things that we've produced on this first year. And we did that. This video is already there on the YouTube channel. Oh, I had short hair there and short beard. And we did a hand-painted lesson. It was a live stream, and I show you how to do the this mind flayer right here. So that one's already on YouTube, free. So if you want to check it out. Drachmu says, hey Ave, can I send you a human I met and you could tell me if the anatomy course would be beneficial for me? Yeah, send me a message on the Discord and I'll take a look and I'll give you my opinion. Gaming chair. Oh, you retracted your message. I was about to read it. Philip says, I really like Ave's teachings. This is why I'm doubtful about getting his painter course. Thank you anyway. That's a weird statement. You like my style, but you're doubtful. I'm not sure if that reads properly. But yeah, like if you want to get the Substance Painter, it's there, guys. So yeah, we did a lot of things. This is another one that I really want to like go back to because we did this hard surface like med kit, and it would be cool if we could bake it down and do like a game asset. So that's probably something that's gonna work. But we've also had some failures, and that's the thing that I will tell you guys about. Like, you should always learn what things work and what things don't work. Like this stream right here, this was for I think it was for like Starfield or something. It sucks. Like, this is a horrible sculpt. Like, I know we only had like an hour or two to do it, but even then, like, look at this, like, ugh, horrible. So that was a fail. That was definitely a fail. But then this one, I think this was my birthday stream or close to it, and I really liked this one. That one was a fun one. We got the October thing with a lot of like things right there, and yeah. So it's been a good year, guys. It's been a really, really good year. Like, looking back at it, again, we've done so many things. Let's see. Walker Andrew says, yeah, that was stressful. I have one project like that I got an upwork. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, Affixi, you definitely should upload or upgrade from Substance Painter 2018. That's an old version, like a really old version. Like, if you can get, I know Steam sales sells the like one version so that you don't pay monthly. Just get a recent one because you are missing a lot of tools from then. Link says, damn, I wish you were in the Modo world. You would have made a great teacher. I mentioned you to the Foundry not long ago to be considered as a teacher in the near future. Oh, I mean, if they contact me and they want me to teach something about Modo, I will need to learn Modo first, but I will be happy to do so. I've almost 2-year experience in Maya 3D modeling. Can you hire me for freelance? I don't have any open positions right now, gaming. So unfortunately, I cannot offer any sort of like work right now. But I would definitely talk about that. Christian Rodriguez. Hey, Abe, when is going to be the portfolio? Next month. Next month. How many pieces should I have to start applying for character artist job? Oh, that's a tricky one. But I would recommend at least 3. At least, like, the minimum would be 3 characters to be, like, consider. Because 1 character, 2 characters, too few. 3 will give you a good idea. But you didn't answer my question, Christian. Did we go together to high school? Because I'm pretty sure, like, you have the exact same name. I'm pretty sure you are the Christian I'm thinking of. So just let me know if you are. And if you are, just send me a message, dude. Like, we should be on Facebook or something. Ben Elodie says, hi Ave, hi everyone. I create several tools made for Maya, and I would need some testers to help me on it, see some bugs. And oh yeah, you can definitely share that on the Discord, man. Share it on the... what would be a good place? Probably on the chat room at first. Yeah, probably on the chat room, and then we can make a little message. Well, what are the tools about, Ben? Can you elaborate here on Twitch? Just like a brief summary of what they are for. You mentioned your Maya course is for hobbyists. Maya is a pet expensive program. Do you plan on making one for the free hobbyist blender? Yeah, I mean, it's not that maybe I explained my saying wrong. It's not that I'm saying that it's for hobbyists. It's just a very good introduction to the 3D world. If you've never heard about the 3D world and you want to learn a little bit about animation, a little bit about modeling, a little bit about texturing, a little bit about that stuff, that's a perfect course because it just shows you a glimpse of what the 3D world has. We even do a little bit of simulations and things like that. The Blender course is very focused for production. It's very focused on creating the AAA asset. So that's why I don't recommend it to someone that's just like, oh, I want to learn about 3D. Now, I know Maya is expensive, but there's educational licenses that are completely free. So if you're in a school, if you're enrolled at a university or at the high school, you should have a ADU email that's going to give you Maya for free. And I think they even give you like a 30-day trial. So that 30 days should be more than enough to get yourself acquainted with it. So yeah, that's why I say that the Maya course is a little bit more for beginners. I only have 1 portfolio piece on ArtStation. Is it okay to apply for the portfolio review? Yeah, you can apply with as many pieces as you want. One of the things that I'm going to say, of course, is, hey, we need more pieces. But if it's a good piece or you want feedback on that piece, I'll be happy to take a look at it. No, it doesn't have to be on ArtStation, but it does need to be online somewhere, like on Behance or something. Don't share Instagram stuff because it's difficult. Oh, okay, yeah, no. If you're from Puebla, then we're not in the same. But you have the exact same name as a friend of mine from high school, and he also started learning 3D like relatively recently because I've seen some of his posts. I was like, is this the same dude or not? But yeah, no, that's fine, man. Yeah, like again, 3 characters I would say are a good number for that. For us artists that would like to reach out to you for future work or teaming up on projects, how do we contact you? I'm not on your Discord yet. Found you. You can send me a message through ArtStation as well. I check that frequently. In ArtStation, you can find my work email, so you can contact me there as well. All of those are good options. 3rd giveaway is up, guys. Don't forget to go for the 3rd giveaway. 3rd giveaway. We got how many submissions now, or how many entries? 96. You got a chance, guys. It's a 1 in 100. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. You definitely have a chance right there. Animation course, not for me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to create an animation course, at least not an advanced one. I might do a basic animation course where we take a look at, again, the basic like animation principles and things like that, but I'm definitely looking for an instructor there. Like, I want to partner up with someone else who could provide and create a course about that. Rigging course, I think I could do a rigging course, again, sort of like a basic rigging course, basic rigging principles. I did that one. I did one for Nexto that I thought was really good, with a lot of exercises and things like that. So there you go. Yeah, it's kind of like a gacha pool, right? I downloaded Genshin Impact again on my phone. I'm gonna play it a little bit. I used to play a lot of Genshin Impact back in the day. Like during the pandemic, that was my go-to game. I played so much. Simulation course. I do want to do a BFX course again a little bit later. About fire and things like that. We're probably gonna be doing Embergen and things like that. Just a little bit faster. I did one. Oh, don't remind me of that, Kevin. One of my favorite courses was the lightning course that I did for Nextut. Oh, it was so good. I'm really proud of that one. Action course is coming soon as well. So the next 3 that we're gonna be doing, it's gonna be environment course, creature course, and hair course. So we're gonna be doing that soon. Whatever happened to digital tutors? I don't know. That was a great site as well. I don't know. Are you gonna play Elden Ring? I need to continue playing it. I suck, man. I'm really bad. I've been like seriously considering downloading a mod to make it easier because I don't have the same reflexes I had when I was a younger gamer. So, system specs. I've talked about this before. 32 gigs of RAM that definitely need to be upgraded soon. 3080 Ti for GPU. Ryzen 7 5800X. And a lot of hard drives. A bunch of hard drives. Like, a ridiculous amount of hard drives. I got 220, like a 250 gigabyte here. Another 201 right here. Another 201 right here, 4 terabytes right here, another one right here, and I got a stack of other like 3 hard drives right there. So, yeah, a lot of hard drives. I know. Elden Ring is supposed to be the easiest one from the Souls games, and I'm so bad at it. Do we play it right now? You guys want to see how bad I suck? We could play for an hour. It's been a chill stream so far. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Ben is saying, I made several tools for Maya and they're almost all around the modeling. I made them to help me as a modeler. I made a tool about the sets and selection, another tool for a switch geometry before, after a shader library, a cyclo creator. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, feel free to share it. We got the winner. We got the winner. We got the winner, and the winner is Reese. Reese, congratulations, my friend. Reese, you are the proud owner now of whatever course you want to pick. Reese, congratulations. Congratulations on your win, my friend. There is a new tutorial on YouTube from Jenga FX to creator to nail emergent. Yeah, that's one of the things that I definitely want to learn. It's my weakest area by far. Like, if I had to rank my stuff, modeling, texturing, sculpting, I consider myself top tier. And then animation rigging, it's like B tier. Like, I can do it if it's needed, but that's not my main area of focus. And then FX is F tier. Like, I suck at FX. I definitely need to get there. There you go, Reese. Let's fucking go, man. So Reese, just send me a message on Discord when the stream ends, so that I can find your username easily, and we'll talk about it. You can send me what course you want already if you want, and I'll give you a coupon that you can use for 100% off. So you have to go through the checkout process, but once you're in the checkout, you're gonna just like input the code that I'm gonna give you, and you're gonna get the course for free. And that's it, guys. That's our third winner. Now, David, can you check if we have met the 20k subscribers at YouTube? Because if we get to 20k subscribers in YouTube, guys, I'm gonna do one more giveaway. Christian says, if I want to apply for AAA game studios with realistic styles, do you think it's obligatory to learn how to do haircuts before applying? Yeah, for a character artist, I think haircuts is like a fundamental thing. 19.9? Yeah, we're at 19.9 something. That's why I'm asking David if he can go into our studio panel and see exactly how far we are from the YouTube subs. Yeah, but you guys are not gonna see the 50 something. Oh no, we're a little bit away. I think we're a little bit away. We're 40 subscribers away from YouTube. But hey, if you are watching right now the stream and you're not subscribed, this is the moment to do it. Have you tried Niagara? Yes, I've done. I actually taught a little bit of Niagara to my students here at university. It's very good. It's very, very good. But I still feel like Embergen is way easier. Way more user-friendly. Yeah, dude. Like, AbleFry, the free videos that I have on YouTube, they cover everything. Like, if you are, I would say, diligent enough and you follow the steps one by one, you can get all of the information you need for, like, the creation of the basic cards. The thing is, or the advantage of a premium course, right, is that I organize things in a more sort of like structural way so that it's easier to understand. We're gonna be talking with the guys at Fiber Shop to see if we can get a license and some discounts for you guys. And if we do, we're probably gonna be using Fiber Shop to generate the what's the word? The meshes, the haircuts, like the textures, and then we're gonna be using Maya for the placement, and then we're gonna be using Unreal for the rendering. So that will be like the full cycle. And but that's half of the course. Haircuts, and then the other half is going to be action, where we're going to be using Maya, we're going to be creating the grooms, and we're going to be exporting those grooms into Unreal as well. So it's going to be a little bit of both, or it's going to be both methods rather, because some games nowadays can definitely use traditional grooms now with splines and everything, and some games that are a little bit more on the performance heavy thing, you might want to use transparency with traditional haircuts. Actually, now that I think of it, and I'm just like shooting ideas out there, we're probably going to be doing the 3 methods of haircut. So we're going to have a sculpted hair, we're going to have haircuts, and we're going to have action. So that way we cover all of the possible types of hairs that you could encounter when creating hairs for games. Is there a way to place haircuts from fiber mesh in Blender with curves? Yeah, you can use. I don't like using fiber mesh, to be honest. I really don't like to use it. Thank you, gaming. That's getting us closer to the goal. 30 more subs. There we go. Yeah, 30 more subs on YouTube, and we'll get another giveaway. How to apply portfolio review? That's a great question. We get this all the time. So first of all, you need to join the Discord channel. So you join the Discord channel, and once you join the Discord channel, you go here to to the showcase, and here in portfolio review, there's gonna be one portfolio review. This is the one that's active right now. Portfolio review for June. You go in here and you need to follow the rules. This is very important, guys. You need to follow these rules. If you do not follow the rules, you will get removed and you will miss the portfolio. For instance, let's see if everyone's following the rules right now. So far, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, you guys are learning. That's good. Because last month we were very clear that if you did not include a message specifying what type of feedback you're looking for, you would get removed. So don't just link your portfolio and that's it. Include a little bit of a message. Doesn't have to be super big message, but just a little bit of a message so they know how to help you. Yeah, you definitely improved there. last month I think we cut it like 12 portfolios or something like that. Let's see, Link says, some inside info. The reason I need to learn Blender, I'm working on a music video. I started all my assets in Modo, found you, and decided to pause, learn Blender, because I believe it can be all in the best. Yeah, Modo is a good software, don't get me wrong. But Blender and Maya are better, I would say. And now, if you're doing motion graphics, you might even want to check Cinema 4D, because Cinema 4D is the king for motion graphics. It has a lot of tools to get like all of this stuff. So yeah, those are the options. No, straight up images, no, Mr. J. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. My advice would be either Behance, that's another option if you don't want to do that one. Even Kara, I think it's the new one, right? Like people are jumping from ArtStation to Kara. But I just need a link that's a safe link and that's organized. I don't want to be jumping around links and folders and things like that. Back in the day, I used to allow people to submit like Google Drive folders with different like folders. It was just too convoluted, too difficult. So yeah. Stranger says, been jump hunting daily since January, mostly for 3D prop artists, environment artists position. Sadly, none so far. However, it does seem the market for character artists is opening up again. Market is always up and down, guys. Up and down, up and down. And unfortunately, sometimes, and I've seen this in not only myself, with some of my peers, I've seen some of my peers picking up way different jobs just for a moment while waiting for another opportunity to open. That's one of the unfortunate situation of the industry, that people, I've had that. Like a couple of years ago, I was working with a studio and they hired me for 3 months, and it was 3 months full-time. That was very good pay, very good project, and then that ends. You need to look for something else. And usually I would always recommend like 1 month before you know that the contract is going to expire. First of all, ask them if they were going to keep you, and if they're not, then just like start looking for other things. Daddy Streams there with 3 months sub. Thanks, man. Oh, that's really good, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, well, that's all the news, guys. What else should we do? Alvaro, you can find the course on Udemy, but I recommend you get it on my site because Udemy takes a lot of fees from us. I'm not gonna remove them from Udemy. It's something that I thought was like, nah, that's unfair. So our site will always give you the best price for the course. And right now, if you use the code right here, this one, you can get it for a lot cheaper. The Discord, let me link it to you. Or David, can you link the Discord on YouTube for Alvaro to check? The Adobe stuff is so shitty, man. I hate that we are at that point in the industry right now where people are doing that unfair elements, unfair things. I hope they get what they deserve. Like, if they did infringe on AI and they are infringing on copyright, I hope they pay the artists who they're infringing upon, because it's really, really, really shitty that they are going through that. However, unfortunately, most of my pipeline depends on the Adobe suite, so I'm not in a position right now where I can just like cancel everything and switch to other softwares. It's gonna take me a long time to do that. So yeah. Oh, that's a great question, Anthony. So the course that I did for Nextude on Marvelous, and that's on Udemy, it's good as an introduction, but I was also learning a little bit about some of the tools within the software. So I would say that's one of my weakest courses when I was at Nextude. And we even got some critiques there on the feedback, and they're perfectly valid. I was relatively new as an instructor. I was relatively new with some of the tools within Marvelous. So yeah, it's a little bit weak. The new one that's on my course, the Plague Doctor, I think that one teaches like way more. It's just one project because we just do one character, but it teaches you more about like the in-depth things about the tools. Yatsum Crowd, that's a great question. So no, like you help me answer this question, because this is a debate that we have, David and I, frequently. I could do a course, a character course, where we do high poly, low poly, substance painter, rendering. Like, I can do that. I've done that before, like with Tyrus, right? But it's going to be a 40-hour course or a 50-hour course, because I cannot pack that into 10 hours unless I do time lapses. And then people don't like time lapses because you don't explain everything, right? So if I have that, right? If I have that decision to make, we've seen that it's easier to do courses in stages. So the Oni course, it's just high poly. And then this course right here is just retopo. And then the substance course is just texture. Technically, if you take the three of them, you will learn all the pipeline. It's not going to be the same character, but it will be all the pipeline, right? The problem is, if I do a 50 course XA Nation, I also need to increase the price, and it's going to be like a $70 course, $80 course, $90 course. So yeah, that's the difficult decision for me. Do I sell 3 courses at $30 with each of the stages of the process, or do I sell 1 course at $90 with the full process? So we might do it. We might do a full course later, but it's one of those, like, unfortunately, it's one of those business questions that I need to ask myself to make sure that this project can keep going. And so far, smaller scope courses tend to be a little bit more well received than big courses, but I do want to do a big one. El Danny there with a sub, with a prime. Thank you, man. Hey, we got a hype train here for our first year anniversary. That's awesome. There we go. Thanks for the sub, man. Sorry again, one question. The Dwarf for Substance course, do you explain the baking with the new? Yes, we explained the baking with the new version of Substance. It's pretty much the same process. Like, not a lot of things changed, but it's the same thing. I've never bought any other courses from Udemy again. I think the course on Ape's website are quality ones. I bought the only course, even though my knowledge is an enemy, it's intermediate. I still learn new things on the course. There you go, man. Thank you very much. And yeah, the problem with Udemy, we've talked about this before. There's some like things that they do there, and then as creators, like I've had I don't feel bad for you guys as a students, because for you don't see this, but behind the screens it can be a little bit like it hurts, right? Because for instance, there's a course and it's priced, let's say, at $50, right? And you go in, you pay $50, and you think that we are getting the $50. We're only getting $5 or $10 from those $50, because Udemy takes up to 90% of the revenue if they sell the course, right? So, and then they offer the sales where everything gets like lowered to $10, and I only get $1 from the course. and then I have to pay taxes, right? So it's a little bit that's why we did the change to the website. It can be a little bit tough unless we had like thousands and thousands of sales. That would be a different thing. But with smaller sales that we have, with the growth that we have so far, it's better for us to have the effect. How about the bundle deal? Yeah, we are looking at that as well. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. The only course, it's priced at 79 on Udemy, and we need to price it at that point because when they sell it, we get all the way down. There you go. Thank you, man. And Danny Rodriguez here. Thank you, my friend. I've played with plasticity. Yeah, I've tried it before. It's not that good. I mean, it's good, but it's not like amazing. It's got some cool stuff though. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, so Seraphine, the new course has just released, which is this one right here. The Anatomy for 3D Artists is a big course. It's almost 20 hours of full anatomy. You guys want to see the statue again? We go through the process of modeling and 3D printing. This guy right here, JC Duncan. We talked a little bit about his story earlier today. So this course is ready. It's up there on our website. And all of the other courses, all of the 6 courses from year 1 have a discount today and for the next couple of days of 50%. So, yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to do another... see, there's a lot of topics, guys, that I could do courses as well. But some of them are very small in scope. For instance, hard surface. I don't think I could do like a 10-hour course on hard surface unless we do like a super complex thing, and then people get bored. You can ask David. David did a car course a couple of months ago, right, David? And after, what was it, like 20 hours of doing it, you were like sick and tired of it. Like, I just want to get over this. So we might cover those topics, Affix, on the YouTube channel. So I'm just going to do live streams specifically about hard surface, or I'll just do a couple videos explaining the process of hard surface, and that way we can keep it a little bit more streamlined. Because I can only do so many courses, right, per year. Right now it's like 6 hours or 6 courses, so I need to be very specific about which courses I pick to do. I'm happy to say that you made me enjoy ZBrush and sculpting with your Skillshare course complete guide. There you go. Yeah, that one was a good one as well. I think I did like, I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was like 20 courses with next to the or more, like 25 courses. I don't remember how many I did. How is my skill on hard surface art? I could do a course. I do traditional hard surface where I model, like poly model things inside of Maya, and I've done sculpted hard surface as well. Link says, let's say I wanted to create a world like Ratchet and Clank. How would you tell an artist how to break it down to get an understanding of its process? Let's see. So that's the thing about environments, and we're gonna cover this on the course, right? So when you see an environment like this, really big environment, you need to understand that there's 3 levels of you want to see the library? We'll do a video about that. I got a lot of books, but yeah, well, I'll do a short about it or a video. Yes, exactly, Jetsum. Now on this new one, on the anatomy course, we only cover the high poly because it's for 3D printing, but we do leave the character at a workable state. So again, if you combine this right here with the retopology course, you can easily transfer this into a proper topology mesh so that you can bake and do all that stuff. Like we end up with a nice high quality character right here. Office tour with the library. I did a small tour on a short, but I might do a video then. If you guys want to see the library, I'll do a video. I'm gonna have to sort of like go with the camera because I don't have a GoPro. But yeah, that would be cool. No. We don't have dates for the workshop yet, Evilfry. That's something that we're gonna have. I'm gonna announce it soon, or not soon, but it's in the works. It's in the works. Yeah, you can do it in Spanish, Alvaro. No problem. Yeah, Skillshare is not good either. So the way Skillshare works, and that's why this new courses, we didn't even like consider doing it in Skillshare. The way Skillshare works is they have their users, right? This is a Skillshare, SS, Skillshare. And the users watch a certain amount of time per month. And then they check from your course how much of this time was used on your course. And let's say, I don't know, 10 minutes or 10 hours. And in total, all of the users spent 1,000 hours watching things. And they watch 10 hours of your course. So from this, they get an amount of money. They're like, oh, we're going to get whatever, 1,000 USD. Just simple numbers. So they watch 1,000 hours. They generated 1,000 of this. And then they take their cut. They're like, okay, we're going to take our cut. And we're just going to leave on the pool, let's say, $700. Let's keep the margin high. I'm not sure about the margin exactly. But they're like, okay, we're going to now divide 700 USD between the 1,000 hours. So for each hour that was seen, I suck at math, but it's going to be what, like $0.7, right? It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 zeros. So 0.7. So that means that for me, since they watch 10 hours of my courses, I'm only going to get $7. So yeah, it's a... And again, I'm not sure exactly about the percentages, but that's how they do it. They pool all the money, they get the revenue, and then they share all the money based on how much time was used. So it's complicated. It was easier. Like David and I, we discussed a lot of options, and it was like the easiest one. Let's just invest on our site, and that's what we did. We pay for our site, and we get the revenue directly from there. So that way we also have controls over coupons. Like Udemy, they only allow you to do like coupons and things like that like 3 times per month. So whenever we're doing giveaways, or in this case the discounts, we could only do it 3 times per month, which was like not ideal either. What other thing was weird? Like there was a limit on the amount of like the quality that the video, like they would like you would upload the video at 1080p at Udemy, and then you need to send an email to tell them to activate 1080p, otherwise they would be streaming at 720p. So a bunch of things that I didn't like. A bunch of things. Because I haven't had time to practice too much the workflow and hope to do a complete character project soon, I was wondering, from the high poly that you do in ZBrush, you always bring it into Maya, for example, to retopo the model? Yes. Then re-export it to project back? You don't need to re-export it. Once you export it out, you just do the bakes, and that's it. You don't need to re-project. Then re-export it to get back to the little... I mean, you can do it if you want to add more detail, but you don't need to do it. But yeah, that's like the usual workflow. Here, let me show it to you. Yeah, exactly. This platform allows me to have direct contact with you. And again, like I'm not a greedy guy, guys. Like I'm not hoarding money. Most of the money that we get, I just reinvest it here into the project so that I can keep giving you guys as much quality content as possible. So what's going on here? There we go. Okay, so the way this works is you make your character, right? And this is your high poly. It has, let's say, 1 million polygons. And then you bring it into Maya and you generate what we call the low poly character, right? With all of your edge loops and all of the things that you need to have like proper animation and stuff. That looks horrible. So this is your low poly. And this one is only, let's say, 10K triangles. You can go back to your high poly, reproject, and add more detail if you want to like change things, but you don't need to. Once you have your low poly, if you're not going to do any change to your high poly and you're happy with where your high poly is, that's it. You move to the next stage, which is the baking process, right? Where you generate the cage and you bake all of this down. And after the baking process, you do the textures. That's the whole sort of like pipeline for us as character artists. From here, if you want and you want to learn, you can do rigging, you can do animation, you can do other things. I would recommend at least doing rendering so that you can present it in the best possible way. But that's how it is. Is baking in Marmoset better than Substance? A little bit. It's not a matter of it's a very subjective question. It has a couple of tools that are really good for like what's the word? For like hard surface stuff is really, really nice. I personally bake most of the time in Substance, but I've baked in Marmoset and it's perfectly fine as well. What's your plan with YouTube? Just keep uploading stuff, man. Just keep uploading free videos, free series, live streams, shorts.
Just keep sharing the knowledge. It's really no big change right there. Why can't I use Zero Mesh in ZBrush to make it low poly? You can. I actually did that here for Duncan. So if you take a look at the suit, this topology right here is not ideal, but it's not bad, right? Again, for this posing thing, it has some unoptimized areas, but in general, it works. And that's what we did for the character. So it's not a bad option. And if the character is not going to deform, it's not going to move, it's not going to animate, you could potentially get away with it, and that's fine. But it's not going to give you the most optimized result. That's why you always want to add the sort of like optimized result by hand doing all of the retopology. Are your courses software specific? For example, I noticed that the new one has Maya and ZBrush, but I use Blender for modeling. Oh no, it's not software specific. You can totally, like, all of the knowledge that I show you here inside of ZBrush, you can use it inside of Blender. There might be certain tools that you're gonna have to adapt, right? Like, so for instance, the Booleans tool is going to be a little bit different. The knife brush is going to be a little bit different. But all of the information, all of the fundamental knowledge of anatomy and proportions and all the things, perfectly compatible with Blender. So it's not software specific. No. Textures are baked, like the normal map is baked from the high poly, but textures are made on the low poly. The Duncan course right now is $45. It's $44.99. It's $45, and that's because of the length of the course and the amount of knowledge that I got in there. It's a little bit on the... Well, it's not... This is always the tricky question, right? I don't think it's a high amount. Like, people waste or spend that amount of money on a weekend on a freaking bar or something. And this one, it will give you, like, fundamental skills for your education. So, I think it's again, it might be, or it might seem like a high price to certain... currencies or certain people. I think it's worth it. A jewelry course, that's interesting. Never had that suggestion. That would be interesting. I've done jewelry before. I showed this before, I think. Let me show you one client that hired me to do this one. So this was a client that wanted to do some rings, and he was like a very like hardcore metal fan. And he's like, yeah, I want to do some like very realistic death rings. I was like, oh yeah, cool. And we did this one. It was fun. With 3D print, I 3D printed and everything. He was gonna do some molds and stuff. There's his logo right there. This was back in 2020, so like 4 years ago. Ryan says, if I make clots in MD and retopo it and import it to ZBrush for thickness and detailing, do I need to retopo it again? No, if it's already retopoed, you don't need to retopo it again. Normally, and that's what we did with the cape here with Duncan. I did the cape in MD, in Marvel Designer, and then we used Siri Mesher. Well, actually, this is the non-Siri Mesh version, as you can see right there. It's the Dynamesh version. I Dynamesh to get a little bit more resolution, but it was Siri Mesh here. Rickster, what's up, man? Welcome. A course like that will worth way much. Yeah, some people price their courses really high, and I mean, props to them. I try to get to a price that's valuable, and that's also fair, because I know I'm also in Mexico. Like, I know the consuming, or the what's the, like, the income and stuff like that is definitely tricky. So the last thing I want to do is gatekeep the information and make it so that no one can learn cool stuff. It's like, no, let's make it fair. You guys get the knowledge, you guys get the information, and we can keep the project going. That's pretty much it. Do you happen to know if Topocon runs discounts at times? I'm not sure if they do, but if you buy our course, our Topocon course, even with this like 50% discount right now, you will get a 20% discount on Topocon. It's part of like a deal we have with them. So they are considering us an educational company, and that way we're like a school for them. So they're offering the educational discount for us. Did you cut the final model into pieces? Yeah, I cut it here inside of ZBrush, and then I exported it. You guys want to see? Like, this is the head. You can see the key for the head right there. And then I can bring in, like, let's bring in the arms. There we go. So that's right arm or left arm, and that's right arm right there. So this is the preparation. We cover this in chapter 8 and chapter 9 of the 3D printing process. Does a code or something come? No, there's instructions. Once you buy the course, Seraphine, you're gonna get an email with the instructions on how to ask for the discount directly to them. You contact them, and then they're gonna send you some sort of discount. You want to see the character's face? It's slightly based on the on this guy Hugo Weaving. Well, that's it, guys. I think we've covered everything that we were going to cover. How did you attach those inside keys? Did you just cut it and then attach the pins with booleans? Yes, it's booleans. It's mostly booleans. So you need to create the positive shape on one side of the character and then the negative shape on the other side of the character. And I explained how to do that again in the course. Again, it's not like that's not the main thing of the course. Like, that's not the important part of the course. I know a lot of people are like, or can get like really freaked out about, like, it's like, oh, cuts must be very difficult. They're like super easy. It's literally one video on how to do the cuts. It's 70 videos on how to do a character. So thank you, Oshan. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so this course is an anatomy course, most of all. It covers the whole creation of the character. We start with this right here. So the very basic creation of proportions. Look, we use, of course, our proportion lines and everything. And then I teach you every single muscle in the body. We go through every single muscle, every single connection, all of the things that you need to know for chest, arms, forearms, back, legs, lower legs, feet, hands, everything. And once we do that, once we're ready with the whole process, we jump into the posing stage. We pose the character, we prepare him with like the base and everything, and that's it. Like, that's like, let's say, the end of the sculpting journey, right? Like, we sculpt this statue right here. If you have a 3D printer and if you want to 3D print it, I also have 2 more chapters where we go over the preparation of the 3D print, the advices and tips that I've been using for the past couple of years so that you can get a clean 3D print. Just this one right here. Let me go full screen real quick. So this is the final result. We do a 1/4 scale. Okay, we did the 1/4 scale here for the character, and yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, I also teach a rendering. There's a final chapter for rendering. You guys know I love to teach that so that you guys can also present your work in the best possible way, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. David, you know what? One more thing that you can help me with. I'm not sure if the trailer is public. I know it's unlisted, so people can access it when they see it on the website, but could you change it to public? I'm not sure if the information is there for that one as well. Yeah, the print is very good. I want to have it like here somewhere, but I might need to do some changes because it doesn't fit. It's too big. Too freaking big. This is the, and you can see here the keys on the feet, and this is how it assembles. I have a very cool file here. Let me show you so that you can get an idea of the size, because we talk about everything like proportions, stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to move some stuff over there. Portfolio review is next week, Alvaro. Next week. We're gonna have a portfolio review next week. I want to paint it, but I don't have an airbrush. I need to get an airbrush and a compressor. I've been looking at them, and they're a little bit expensive. A little bit expensive. They're like, I need to spend like, I don't know, $300 or something at least for a good compressor and a good brush and a good airbrush. So, Martin, thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. It says great work and you're an amazing teacher. Huh? Thank you, guys. You can submit your portfolio on the Discord server, my friend. On the Discord server. So I have a scene here in Maya that you can see to check the printing volume that we use. It was a big print, big print. So for the base of the character, so the rocks, go the rocks and the podium and the coin. I call this the coin, which is like the logo there for Custodes Astra. This right here was printed with filament 3D print. So this whole thing right there, and then the coin, and then the rocks. All of those were printed with filament, and everything else, the character, the cape, the arms, the head, was printed with resin. Like this. This is the resin 3D printer. So here, let me say, size setup. Is this the one? Where is it? File, open scene. Oh, where do I have it? Project files. Oh man. I think it's this one. There is a color 3D printed from Mimaki. Yeah, the downside is it costs around 200. Yeah, I actually worked with a guy recently, and he's gonna use one of those. So there we go. This right here is the printing volume of the Neptune 4 Max. As you can see, it's 420 millimeters by 120 millimeters by 480 millimeters. So it's like 42 centimeters by 48 centimeters. And this is what I use for the podium and for the coin. So it uses the lower volume. I could technically print the whole thing in the filament, but as you guys know, filament won't give you as much resolution as resin. So what we did is we took the guy here, Duncan, and I had to split it because this right here is the volume of the Saturn 3, which is my resin 3D printer, which is a lot smaller. Now, one thing I realized after printing is that I could have probably managed to get like the right arm and avoid one extra cut there. So I could do like the chest, even the head. Like it could be head, chest, and right arm into a single one, and then everything else as a separate piece. But I just wanted to keep it easy, so I split it into multiple parts. Usually for these prototypes, you do that, and then you fill them in with some like green stuff or something to get something nicer. Lord Tellum says, I got my compressor for around 100 and found an Iwata airbrush on sale for about that as well. Yeah, that's what I want to, like, I want to see if I can get secondhand stuff or if I just invest and get a nicer one. But yeah, wow. Whew. This was a big stream, guys. So we started a little bit earlier. We're going to end up a little bit earlier as well. I'm going to get some rest this weekend. I'm going to play some games, maybe some Elden Ring. I don't know. We'll see. And Monday, I start working on the next course, which is, as I mentioned, the environment course. So let's wrap it up real quick and let's go over everything. So if you're watching, if you just arrived, so that we can, what's the word? So we can just like summarize everything. First things first. Our new course, Anatomy for 3D Artists, is now ready. You guys can find it in our site, of course, and you can get it there. It's 20 hours of content for the creation of Duncan right here. Second thing, all of our courses for the next couple of days, all of our courses from year 1 are going to be 50% off. So if there's a course you've been wanting to take and you want to get the best deal, this is the moment to do it. You can go to the site and use the first year code to get a 50% off discount on this one right here. Third, we of course had some giveaways. So as soon as this stream finishes, I'm gonna go into Discord and I'm gonna start talking to the winners. Congratulations to all of the winners. You won yourself a free course of your choice, including the anatomy one if you want that one, and I'll be happy to send you your code as soon as possible. What else? Third, we got the new course coming, which is going to be the environment course. We got portfolio review next week, so make sure to submit if you want to submit. We're going to be closing submissions probably on Tuesday, because otherwise we're going to have a bunch of submissions. It's also going to be a long stream, so get some snacks ready for them, and that's pretty much it. Discord channel is open in case you guys want to join, and don't forget to of course subscribe here on YouTube. Help us with a like, a sub, a share. It helps us grow and keeps this project moving forward. Again, guys, thank you. This is the first year of many to come, so thank you for being part of this amazing project. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you, David, of course, big part of this team. He's the other half of the team, so make sure to thank David as well for all of the support there on Discord and everything else. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much, my friends. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on the next one. Bye bye.